guys are gonna go catch me zoned out today like you did yesterday. So what up, y'all? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy footballless Sunday. But we are closer to getting better than we are getting worse. Hope everyone had a good weekend so far. I've been sleeping, just kind of resting up for the week. Like I said, had a not so good week this week, work, life, all that. So, start new this week. Ooh, excuse me. Well, it's early. Welcome to the Raider Nation Jasin show. We are, we're moving. I'm a bit more patient as we start to put this team together. We are putting things slowly together. Just a fair warning, there will be some waking and baking on this show. So for the soft at heart, it's probably not for you. Raider Nation, salute, man. Without you guys, man, where would I be? Appreciate having everybody, everyone that's going to see the show, eventually find the show. I'm a small channel, started, I think May will be 2 years of kind of getting this Raider YouTube channel kind of going. First year was, podcasting was, I definitely appreciate, the other Raider content creators. There's so many to name, and I do not want to leave anybody out. So I'm just going to say everybody that has been a part of my podcasting journey on YouTube, all the support and love I've got. Like, I really haven't received a lot of negativity that I can think of. But, even for you, you probably, whoever you are, you probably made me better somewhere along the way. But, to everyone that's, let me on channels, the invites, just the good conversations, man. Just appreciate talking to good people. I wouldn't want to be part of any other franchise, fan base. I'm happy where I'm at. I appreciate everybody that contributes to this, and in every way, to be honest. Because that's actually how I started my channel. I'm not going to say the name of who inspired me to, kind of get this thing started. But it was, I was listening to a couple channels. And I mean, as all of us have been listening to just a certain channel, whatever channel it is, you remember where you were when you heard the take that kind of set you off and made you want to do your own thing. So, it was one of those moments. And there's nothing that I love more than this team. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of all my 3 teams, it'd probably be Raiders, Warriors, A's. Wait, let me take that back. I say Raiders, Warriors, Cal Bears, A's. Because I don't know. It hits a little closer for Cal Bears for me too. We did a mock draft the other day, but it was kind of rushed. Because others have shows and stuff like that too, and I don't like stepping on toes and stuff like that. So we'll do another one today. I sent a couple of invites out. I know it's kind of early. Didn't know I was going to go this early, but here we are. I haven't got my coffee, though. Definitely got my coffee. I'm ready. Yeah, it's been like I said, a trying week. I tried to sleep it off this week so I could just kind of make it back to next week. It sucks. Like, I'm gonna, I guess, speak on it. Like, some of the reason this week has been not so good. I'm the type of person, I speak for people, like in the heat of the moment. Like, I'm going to ride for you. I'm, especially if I'm a teammate of you, a coworker, whatever. I've never been one to let people get either, not saying they're getting bullied, but let people get bullied, taken advantage of, and stuff like that. So, I'm against people, getting, basically I love defending, or I end up defending people that, don't really have a voice and need someone to kind of be that voice. So I have no problem being a sacrificial lamb, but, some things that got taken way out of context, and I don't know, it was something crazy. Like, I was just speaking on, the protection of the people at our site. and stuff like that. And just, how you can't let one person's trouble ruin the old bunch, and it got taken like I was being insensitive. I'm just looking out for the people that, I have 20 plus clients, and they talk to me about, how they like the center, how they like different, different stuff there. And of course, if they say they're not happy, of course I have to do my job and, speak for them and say that. And people are taking it like I'm saying it. So, people want to get sensitive about it. So that's cool. I'll leave it alone. I'll just go to work, do my job, and then let it be that. But I'm going to always speak up for people, man. I'm always going to be the voice, I have no problem with that. Because that's what I say. I don't fear like how other people, like, I don't know, I'm just crazy like that. I don't fear consequences. I don't think you should ever fear consequences. You know what I mean? Sorry, let me take that back. You should probably fear consequences for some things. But for me, I lead with my heart, man. So I don't think about, oh, I might get in trouble. No, I just do it, man. I just do what's on my heart. And some people, can't accept that. So it is what it is. Thank you guys for listening to me. That's why I love Raider Nation, because I can, get that out there and, feel better. So hopefully I can do the same for you. And we just want to hear, what's the pulse, man? Have we been smart? Have we been frugal? Or have we been the Raiders? Now, remember last year, I forgot who that was that told me that. I think it was Raiders. Shout out to you. But yeah, we on day 3 is when we actually got Minshew and Wilkins. It felt forever, but yeah, it was day 3. We've been precise and surgical, I think, with who we're getting. Because, we're going to start running out of stuff to complain about in a second, because we were asking for, I know a lot of people aren't high on Kappa as a guard, but I mean, at least we addressed the issue somewhat. These are they could be depth pieces. Like I said, we're saving money for something. And I know we're used to what the last regime did, what the regime before that, or should I say didn't do, but we got a quarterback, man. It might not be everyone's favorite, but we have one. And he's a pretty solid dude, and he was better than AOC and what we had on the roster. So, I mean, I can't complain. What it's going to cost us, we don't know. We don't know yet. Hopefully by, I think, today we should know. And if so, we will be back on. So like I said, I was all about not cashing out everybody, but getting, spending some money this year, being aggressive. Didn't like that everybody was kind of going here, there, and we weren't a part of it. If someone sneezes, I want to feel the mist, you know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things that you have to have patience. Because imagine if you blow your wad early, right? You blow your stuff early, then somebody comes that is definitely in need. We ain't got no action because we already spent all our chicken. So, we're doing these little moves, and I think we are getting better. A lot of people, I was arguing with the chat comments and stuff like that. And like I said, everyone has the right to their opinion. Felt like that at that time too, a little bit earlier. But my friend was telling me, you just got to be patient. Like this, we're so used to the regime not being professionals about doing what they need to do that we actually have a good, upper management. We have a good coaching staff that actually we are in good shape, and as they methodically pick players that they think can do what they need them to do, we just got to trust. Because, I mean, we have a long time until August, September. We have a long time. I mean, I wish it was right around the corner, but we got 6 months to get active. You know what I mean? So, a little bit less than 6, but it's closer to 6 than it is right now. So we still have, we still got money. We still got draft picks, which is really important. So basically how they're doing this thing, they're going to get their core team, get hopefully get as much depth as possible, and then fill the other from cuts, draft. We're good. We're good. it's like I said, it's hard to have faith after what we've seen for these last couple of years, but I actually trust Pete. I've admired Pete from for a long time. He's been a part of a lot of my rivals, for most of his career, but with the Patriots, with the UC or USC Trojans, so but I think frugal, it looks frugal, but it's actually smart because we're getting a lot of good deals. Because for what we got the linebacker for $3 million, it was a steal. Getting Chin was a steal. Getting Geno, we'll see if that was a steal or not. We're making moves. I know it doesn't seem like we've done a lot, but I think they're going to kick tires on a lot of the guys that are already on the roster. Because worst case, that's what we got to do. Because if the guys are still on the roster under contract, then they have to be utilized. So if for whatever reason we don't fill this team out all the way, then I guess then we can panic. But I mean, until then, we still got time. And like I said, we haven't had the cuts yet. There's going to be some quality players. That's what a lot of people aren't looking at. We have some quality players about to get cut. They're making too much money. So before they get that either next big contract or whatever it is, or figure out their next step, but what sucks is it's probably going to be another 1-year deal. I just hope we do a better job of sewing up some of these guys as we, dish out these 1-year deals. But as we see that they fit the scheme, let's get a 2-year extension or something, so we don't have to keep doing this thing after every season, with 27 free agents. So 27 free agents was what it was this year. So let's circle back to next year and see what it is for next year. Is it the same or is it a little bit less? Because if it's less, we're doing good. That means we've brought back some people, and because we're going to be in the same position if we keep doing it like this with these 1-year deals. Because you know how it goes. I say this all the time. Someone plays good for us. They want money. Someone offers them more money. They leave. And then we're in the same boat again. Or we overpay them. They play terrible for us. Then we get stuck with them. Or somehow. We have to figure that part out too. The new additions. I know you guys have probably already talked about it, but who's your favorite so far? And I'll tell you mine. I like Mostert. I'm not saying that's my favorite, give or take, but I like that move. I know he's older, stuff like that, but just a couple years ago, he had a good season with Devin Achaney. I think he could still. He's I would say a better running back than anybody that's probably on our roster in that running back room. If I'm not thinking of anyone, excuse me, but yeah, I mean he's got the speed, and it gives us one less running back that we have to we could draft to, which I hope we do at least, because that's the goal, is running the ball, getting back to running the ball. No matter who our quarterback is, we have to run the ball. We have to get protection for the quarterback. Let's see. I know it's early in the morning, guys. I appreciate you guys being here too. Salute to everybody. Oh man, my favorite, I guess, would be Mostert, and Geno's starting to actually kind of grow on me a little bit. Just kind of watching his stuff and just hearing what his teammates said about him and stuff like that. Damn, I should have brought some of that audio, but I'm gonna just bring. For the next one, I'll bring just people actually talking good about him, just the competitor that he is. I think it's definitely going to be. People say it's a lateral move from Minshew to him, but I doubt that. I mean, I see the number of interceptions can be, but I mean, I'm pretty sure his interceptions didn't look as bad as Minshew's sideways. So, but who's next though? That's what, we're all wondering, who's next, or who should we be looking at? That's the question. I'm gonna put that question out to you guys too. You can answer in the chat. Please, everyone that's here, hit the thumbs. Jeff from any Raider Boosters inspired me yesterday That brother is a grinder, man. Like everybody that grinds Raider content is they grind, but that brother was grinding this last few months and stuff like that. Shout out to him for being monetized. Definitely show him some love on his channel. Definitely a friend of the podcast here. Yeah, he's a grinder, man. Like I'm talking about like 7-hour minimums. He does it. He puts in the work. So he inspires me. Thank you, Jeff. You've inspired me to push forward with getting my channel, monetized too. I want to definitely get that done before the end of the season. But I am only one person, so I can't do it without you guys. So I appreciate it. It's sometimes as wild as my takes, all I want is this team to win. I've seen as early as the 90s versions of these teams. That's the Hostetlers, the Tim Browns, the Andre Rison's, all the the early success, and I've seen 20 years of the damnedest. So I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate Raider Nation, man, because you guys are the strongest people in the world. Because to deal with what we deal with on a daily basis and to turn around on Monday, go right back to work, hold our head high, and be right ready by Wednesday to forget all that happened on Sunday and then do it all again for the week. And it's a cycle. It's a nonstop cycle. So it won't stop on our part. For Raider Nation, this don't stop. This is what it is. But I just want us to kind of have faith, man. Like I know it's easy just to look at things. Like I said, I was the same one saying, why are we making moves? What are we waiting for? We could have gave him $5 million, all this kind of stuff. But it's probably true. But patience, man. These are professionals. And they're respected professionals. Like if we can get people that McDaniels, brought people in, then I'm pretty sure Pete Carroll and Spytek can bring some people in. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I fear, most of all for the franchise is having it to a place where no one wants to come here. It's kind of felt like that this offseason a little bit because everybody was going all these different deals. And I'm like, you got to look at how we've done these quarterbacks kind of scandalous. Like they haven't, played up to what we wanted them to do. But oh my goodness, speaking of, we got a brother joining. I'm gonna let him get settled real quick. But yeah, we have a franchise that sometimes it doesn't look like we know what we're doing, but but like a lot of, I think it's a little mixture of both. I think it is. Yeah, some people are kind of spooked to come here just due to like we've been cutting quarterbacks, we've been the contracts and stuff like that. My brother, how we doing?
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Oh no, you're all good. I can pop you off and then pop you back on. Yeah, so the competition. Thank you. That's where I was trying to go. Competition is what these guys are gonna do. If you know Pete Carroll, then one thing about like just the years of having to deal with Pete Carroll on the other side, he's a competitor, a definite competitor. He's going to put competitors on the field. He's not going to put anyone on the field that doesn't know what they're doing or is not passionate about the game of football. So that's one thing I can definitely promise you. Yep, Jeff is the Mad Max of the Raider Nation. Here is Mad Jeff. What's going on, my brother?
What's up? How you doing today?
Oh, doing good. Woke up feeling okay where I was like, okay, I think I can do this early right now. Coffee helps, though.
Oh, it's early for you. I mean, it's already 11:20. Yeah, I've been up since like 7 o'clock this morning.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I'm usually like, because of work, I'm up at like 4:30 in the morning. Like, and then so I try. It's hard because I it's hard to break that schedule. So even on weekends, I wake up early and then I just try to remind myself, hey, you can go back to sleep today. You ain't got to go to work today. So Congrats to you, though. I just wanted to say, like, I admire the hustle, getting monetized. Man, you've been grinding this last few months, and you
Thank
know what
you.
I'm saying? Like, it definitely motivated me when I was listening to you last night. I was just like, dang, I gotta put, because with work and everything, it's like it's hard to kind of focus, but no excuses. Like, I love how you got it done, man. Tell me about how we got it done.
Well, I mean, the bonus for me is the fact that medically I don't work anymore.
Mhm.
So I mean, I've got the time during the day, and that's where I found a little niche during the day where there's people that are around and want to watch and listen. So I definitely get together with Chris for Raiders, and the two of us usually go on during the day at certain points, and I got no quit in me. So like once I put my mind to something, that's it. It may take me a little while, but I'm gonna get it done. I think a lot of it just has to do with the group of guys that I got in with. As far as them helping, push me out there, and I think I got in at the right season, to be honest with you. I mean, there's so much content after this season. It was easy to get on and talk about this team when there was so much dysfunction and, just uncertainty as to what was going on. And everybody's got their own crazy, wacky ideas on what they think should happen with the team. So it was like, it's just a perfect fit. It's like I couldn't ask for a better time, to come into this. Why I didn't do Raider content before on YouTube is beyond me. Um, I just never thought of it, to be honest with you. I just never thought there was that big of a following out there. And then when I really started looking into it before I started the Raider channel, I was like, God damn, there's a lot of stuff out there. I'm like, I got to get on this. It just, I'm passionate about the team, like yourself. I mean, you're kind of an old school guy too. You've been around for a long time with this team,
Yeah,
and it was time for me to let my voice be heard on, how I feel about the team and how passionate I am, and if I can inspire people to, be Raider fans and, not give up hope. I mean, I've waited 40 years, over 40 years since the last Super Bowl. So, you know, I can't wait another 40 though. I won't be here.
that's what I said too. I was like, I was 4 months
Nine,
when we won that last bowl. So I was alive, but wasn't able to cheer and root like I wanted to. So we need at least three more
it's up on
before
6.
before my time is up. I want three.
Yeah.
I want three more. What's one player you don't want us to draft, Jeff? I'm gonna take a wild guess, and I have lotto numbers on this pick, so don't let me down. It's like,
It's Shador, of course. Sanders. I want nothing to do with the guy.
yeah, like
I just don't.
is it more is like the kind of ego, or is it more like the just his play kind of doesn't impress you?
I don't know what people say to him. I don't think he's that good. I'm sorry. If he would have done the same thing with the team, like if he would have gone to Ohio State and done what he did, and able to be successful and win a championship, or be at Notre Dame, who's like one of the highest level out there, just because of, it's Notre Dame. You don't get to Notre Dame by being a slouch. I mean, you earn watching the cats in the background, they're fighting on
They're getting it on.
the
They get bored. They get bored with no football on Sunday, so they just
the
spar.
second one just came out of nowhere and pounced.
Yeah,
Um, I just don't see what other people see. I guess I just don't think he's a good fit. I mean, I could be wrong, and I mean, if we draft him, I hope I am wrong because I don't want us to fall into that mediocrity of shitty quarterbacks again. You know, if we draft him, I want him to be successful because if he's successful, then so are we.
yeah.
I don't wish ill harm on the guy or for him to suck.
Mhm.
Especially if we draft him. I mean, I want to see him succeed. I don't want to see these kids fail when they come out of college. But it's like, especially with this NIL money now, think of how much money he's already made doing that, and how motivated is he going to be to come in here and do what he needs to do? I mean, could he turn into another Jamarcus Russell? Any kid out of college could. You put
Yeah.
enough money in front of them, of course they could. You know, it just, I don't know. I just don't trust him. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Who's
It's
yours?
it's crazy. Like when you think of it, I'm like, dang, who would I not? Who? That's actually a good question. Because I mean, like you said, I'm all about bettering the team. It depends kind of what we do with Gino as far as like what we do. Because if we extend him, then I mean, honestly, if say if it's like a 3-year deal, I mean, yeah, we could bring Shadur along with, but I would feel like we should just stack for what we have now for this 3 years instead of looking forward. Because what if we have success with Gino? Then it's gonna be like, Shadur, you gotta sit down, brother. We still got, we still got work to do here. So that's what I'm saying. We have to adjust to what we do. It can't be just like, oh, well, we need a quarterback and we're going to draft a quarterback just to sit behind for 3 years. That's kind of a waste of a pick, if we don't need him right now. And then we won't know what happens in that next 3 years, coming up. So I'm going to say who I would. Oh, that's kind of tough. Because, I mean, like I said, it depends on if we extend him. But I kind of, from what the roster looks like, I'm good with either running back or wide receiver. So I would say like anything outside of that besides quarterback, because I can understand the quarterback pick, just so.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Yeah. But like I said, I would like to just looking at the roster now, running back, wide receivers is kind of where we kind of need to start chipping away.
So you would take Genty at number 6 then, or?
I would take T-Mac before I would take Gentry, but if say T-Mac was gone, then I mean, because there's running back, there are running backs, but
Yeah, that's why I'm not sold on him either.
yeah, see, that's the thing. I feel like why? Because when you look at the team, we got Mostert in free agency. We haven't picked up any free agent wide receivers that I know of. So
There's
I
not
would
much
see,
out there.
yeah, I would see like the 1A, 1B, but I would say wide receiver for now, just to add another, piece until we get like a Diggs or somebody that will take the need, away. Then
Yeah,
I'm screaming wide receiver until, especially a top, because I mean, it's not like Gino can't use weapons. He needs weapons. And, because I hate when players go to teams, but they don't get them weapons. So for him, you should be getting him. He has Brock, he has Jacoby. Get him one more solid piece, and it should be fine. And then that way we could load up on running backs, and we just run the ball down people's throats. That's it.
We got to get a guard too. We need one guard, whether
Yeah,
it's a veteran or we just go for the best available at the time when we pick whatever
yeah.
they decide. It just I mean this free agent draft or this free agent pool wasn't the most talented. Let's put it that way. Or the most intriguing, I should say, not talented. I mean, there's definitely talent out there, but it wasn't the most intriguing. Like you didn't look at somebody and go, "Oh yeah, we need to get him." There was no one out there exciting enough to say this guy's going to make a difference on this team. I mean, Gino, and he wasn't even a free agent. Gino was the best quarterback to get moved around in this offseason right now. To be honest with you, I would have taken him over anybody else out there. I mean, if he was a free agent this year, he would have been the first one to go off the board. Like people would have been clamoring for him. He would have been able to name his price because I just think he's younger than some of the other ones that have a lot more experience, obviously, and more success in the NFL. But I would still take him without a doubt, especially because of the familiarity with Pete Carroll and what he wants to do. And Pete knows his limitations. He's not going to put him in a position where he's not going to fail. Where he's going to fail. So I thought it was a great move bringing him in. I'd rather have him than Aaron Rodgers, even though I was kind of in the Aaron Rodgers caught him for a little bit.
Yeah.
But once they mentioned Geno, I'm like, ooh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah,
it's and it only cost us a 3rd round pick. Not even our own 3rd round pick. We gave him the pick that we got from the Jets. So basically, we traded Devontae Adams to the Rams
for a starting
by way of the Jets for Geno Smith. So I'm good. I'm good with what we got.
Wait, Raider Ryan McMillan is 6'5", brother. I was gonna say that's why we definitely need that size. Yeah, I would say watch his tape. He's not the fastest and all that stuff, but his range is crazy. You know what I mean? So he would definitely be a threat, and he'd be someone that can make it easy for the quarterback. But yeah, he's far from 5'11". He's a 6'5". That's why he's getting because for his size, he can move. And the only thing with him is the separation issues, but we just need to add a piece that we don't have. We need some size. And if we don't get him, the next kind of closest is either Jaden Higgins or Savion Williams at that
I like
size.
Higgins. I like
Yeah, yeah.
Higgins.
That's what I was gonna show you too. Las Vegas Tankathon. If you've ever seen, so they give us pretty much a prediction of who we would draft, and this is the best one. Let me see. Let me share this real quick. This is the best one I've seen so far from them. It gives us pretty much where they think we're gonna go, and I think a lot of Raider Nation will like this too.
Raider Ryan, you're off by almost a half a foot.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a big boy. That's why it's an element that we don't have on this team. So that's why I say we need a big target for imagine him, Brock, Jacoby. We would be okay. We'd be able to do that. So as you see on here, they have us getting Ashton Genty at 6, Jackson Dart at 37, and then Jaden Higgins at 68.
You think Higgins will last that long? No.
I hope so. That's why I definitely wanted that other. If we could get another second or another third, that would be raw. But I mean, if it went like this, we did get Genty at 6, we come back, get our maybe quarterback for the future later on, and then Higgins, a big target, big hands. You know what I'm saying? It definitely,
yeah.
I'd be good with that. 3 solid pieces.
Yeah, the only downside is we still need a linebacker too.
Oh yeah. They just do the first 3 picks.
Yeah. But if I had my way of doing it, I know someone asked, what would you do with the 6th pick? I would turn it into the 12th pick. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is probably because at 6, that is a little rich, I feel, for wide receiver and kind of running back a little bit. Could be, we never know how it kind of turns out, but I feel like we could trade back, get a second, or get a third, somehow, some way. Say we trade it back to 10 and then trade it back to 12. Bam, a second, a third, then we do our thing. Then we get busy.
Yep. And the reason I say 12, because I think 12 is an easy number to grab because of who number 12 is. It's the Cowboys. And I know they would love nothing more than to move up to the early part of that, the first round like that. It's a 6 position move. So if we could get a second rounder on top of swapping picks with them, so that gives us 2 second round picks, then I would even trade the 12th pick back further in the first round between like 18 and 23. If you could pull it off with one of those teams in that block for another second round pick. Then when it comes to your pick, so say you end up with the 20th pick, at number 20 you pick, and now you got 2 picks, actually 3 picks in the second round, plus your third rounder. I mean, because between the second and third round, that's the heart of the draft, really. That's where you're going to get those guys that are still going to be legit starters and are going to have an immediate impact on the team, just based on the talent that's in this draft. That's kind of how I would work it. I want as many second and third round picks as I can get. Because we've still got a lot of holes. You got a wide receiver you need, a future quarterback, running back. Definitely I would try and go for the best available linebacker. Because at number 6, the only way I would probably make that pick at number 6 is if it's Mason Graham, or if, God forbid, if Travis Hunter fell to number 6, I would take him because of his pure athletic ability. I mean, the kid's got it, But I would draft him with the premise that you're playing cornerback. You'll play wide receiver when we say you're going to play wide receiver. We'll do like we do with Woodson. We'll put you in for a few trick plays here and there, but it's not going to be a steady gig for you. Your primary is going to be you're playing the secondary, whether you like it or not. That's the deal. Can't let this kid come in and dictate and say, "Oh no, I want to play wide receiver." No, you're playing there. Your talent's too good.
Can he play slot nickel?
That I don't know. I you know what it is? I don't know enough about secondary positioning, and I know players, but as far as like the intricacies like that, I mean, the guy to ask that would be like 805. Real talk, right? I mean, he would have answered that in 2 seconds. He would have said yes or no and told you why. I'm not that, I'm not that in depth with, who can play, slot, who can play nickel.
Mhm.
That's not my forte. Like, I can't get into it that deep. I can give you my opinion on players, but as far as like where they're best suited, especially on defense, I mean,
Mhm.
my thing is offensive line specifically, and even D line. Those are my kind of like my strong points. That's where I know I can have value and add value to content and to to questions.
Yeah, I played a little
But
wide
I
receiver,
would
so I'm
still
definitely
say,
biased when it comes to the wide receiver pool. But
yeah. See, I mean, everybody knows their limitations, or they should at least know their limitations on what they can talk about. I'm not going to go on someone's show and they say, "Oh, what type of wide receiver do you think this guy is?" Or this linebacker. Is he better in the pass? Or I couldn't tell you that. I don't watch it enough. Not that I don't watch the games. In all honesty, I watch the offensive line when we're on offense more than anything, because
Mhm.
that's position I played. I played center. I played tackle. In high school. I didn't go to college, but I played semi-pro in that position. So it's like, I'm familiar with it, especially going against adults, not just high school kids. When you go up against, full-grown adults that are a lot bigger and stronger than high school kids, it's
Yeah.
a different aspect. You play a different game at that
Mhm.
level.
Oh yeah.
I mean, plus you're playing against kids that were former college players that just couldn't make it in the NFL, and they're playing in this league. You know, but I mean, I
Definitely.
know my limitations.
Yeah, when it comes to remember when we were watching the Zabel and the guys, like, it's some things. So for DBs with the drills, I look for how easy they hand catch, not body,
Hmm.
not basket catching, but they snatch the ball, because that's what I look for DBs. Not knowing someone that's going to bobble, that means they can't catch that well. I want to see good hands. I want to see
Yep.
that you can snatch the ball out of the air. And for the linemen, I just want to see dominance. I want to see that you, like when we were watching the guys, go against the guy, how they were throwing the guy out of the way. I want to see that.
Yep.
Don't hold nothing back. Don't sit there like you got to play soft and I don't want to hurt him. No, you're playing for your life, So that's what I look for in that. Quarterbacks, I look for poise. No matter what it is, I don't. The one I think of the most is like Donovan McNabb was always up and down. Like there was never consistency. They went to like the NFC Championship. I think it was 4 or 5 times in a row or something like that. But it was the same story. He was not accurate when
Yeah.
they needed him to be, and that's
Hell
just
of a player, but he
yeah.
just, when it counted the most, he just couldn't get it done.
Yeah. So that's what I liked, because remember when Will Howard they were throwing, he wasn't sharp. And then, we can't let one session kind of do it, but you look for
Nah.
you kind of focus in on who was consistently sharp.
That's
And
him.
at that time it was Dart. Dart was sharp with his throws, and we see like Brady Cook and Brosmer, and you just look for consistency. Like, can they go out there like at the drop of a hat, like, hey, defense just got you the ball back, bam, get out there. Can you pick it up and get the guys down the field? Do you have to get warm? Does it take you a couple drives to get hot, or is it, I just want to see someone just hit it with aggression, get the guys together, let's drive down the field and punch it in.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said that day when we were watching the offensive linemen, it's like I don't give a shit how fast they'd run the 40. I could care less. That's not what I want to, I want to see them doing the drills, like the cone drills, the footwork drills. I mean, that's what's important. Can they follow the directions that these NFL coaches are giving them on what to do for a shot? Are they having to redo things, and are they getting their hands in the right position when they're supposed to be, like, doing the motion, like pretending you're blocking and shit? That's the stuff that interests me.
Mm-hmm. I like those
You
drills.
froze. You froze like this for like about 5 seconds. I'm like, oh, is he fucking miming over there? He's in a box.
I'm off. Stuck in this Raider box. Yeah, even and for the running backs, Judkins and Henderson, those are on my wish list. I hope they're listening. because Genty and all that. Genty's cool. Like I just something about Henderson and Judkins, just the way that they move is something that they glide so easy. You know what I'm saying? Like it just reminds me of Josh Jacobs, what we had with him. And if we can add both of them, we will be dangerous for some time to come.
Well, they have vision.
Yeah.
They have field vision.
Tony, talk.
They can see what's coming. They can plan, milliseconds ahead of time. You didn't see that with Zamir. He would just run straight to where the hole's supposed to be. And if it was there, it was there. If it wasn't, he ran into the ass of one of his offensive linemen. He made no cuts. His field vision was horrible. We didn't see anybody making any real cuts out of the backfield until McCormick started playing. Yeah, occasionally Madison was in there and he looked decent, but never good enough, to be honest with you, as far as I was concerned. I mean, I had more faith in Abdul Amir when he was in there because just the fact that he's a veteran, he's played for some good teams with New England, and the guy knows how to play. I mean, he's the only 100-yard rusher we had the entire season last year. 17 games, one guy, 100 yards. That was it. And it was the last game of the season.
That's crazy.
It's like, hello? I mean, come on.
And the running game and tight ends are our staple usually. It's crazy. And then the last couple of years we haven't been able to do either.
It's the first year we've had a legit, super threat at tight end. I mean, technically, 805 said this. Bowers is really your number one, no matter how you look at it. I mean, he's your number one. He should be a first read.
Yeah.
No matter what. Jacoby's number two. If we draft a wide receiver that turns into be on number one, that's even better for Bowers.
Yeah.
Because that takes the pressure off of him a little bit more because you can't double team him.
Yeah.
You can't put the best, cover guy on him or a linebacker on him, knowing that you've got a legit threat at outside as a wide receiver.
Yeah, take a look at Higgins too. Tony said he was watching T-Mac highlights last night. Dude is the way he moves for that size. Ooh. And then Higgins too. Check out Higgins. Definitely check out Higgins. He might change your mind. That's somebody we could.
He was the best one at the combine too. Yeah, I mean he was putting up some killer plays.
Those hands. Look at his hands.
Big ass hands.
Compared to the ball. I'm like, he was eating the ball up. Like I was like, that's crazy. So if we can get those two and then say Henderson, Judkins, we won the draft, y'all. We definitely won the draft.
Should have did a draft about 2 weeks ago, I think it was.
Yeah,
Angela was on with me. Were you there? I'm not
I was gonna say, I think so. I think you did the best mock draft that I've ever seen. Well, all the way. Yeah.
This one here that I did that I'm referring to is I kept trading in and out, and then I set it up so that in the second round I had 2 picks back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So I had number like 38 and 39.
Yeah.
And I grabbed Judkins and Henderson back to back, and then we called it a day at that point. I mean, I forget who else I had drafted prior to that, but I grabbed both running backs. I mean, you talk about one hell of a 1-2 punch, especially if they're going to be in Chip Kelly's scheme. He knows what he can get out of those two. Is Howard, because I know everybody's like, oh, we should get Howard too because that was his quarterback. But is Howard the answer?
I wouldn't say. Yeah.
I'd be more comfortable grabbing the 2 running backs from Ohio State and putting them in with Chip Kelly because I think he could get more out of them than he could Howard. I don't think Howard's the answer either. I'd rather have Dart anyway.
Yeah, I'm saying like Dart. I feel like we should do Dart at the worst case. I'm trying to think, is there anyone behind that? Yeah, I would say Dart worst case.
I like Brosmer. He looked good. He looked good that day. Granted, I know he's not throwing against, a pass rush or anything like that, but he looked sharp. His passes were on the money. He's one of the only 3 quarterbacks that ran the 40, and he was, I think, the fastest one.
Yeah, I think him or Brady Cook was the fastest. Yeah, but
it was either one of them two. Even Brady Cook looked decent too. I mean, you're taking a flyer no matter what on a quarterback in this draft. You don't know what you're getting out of this group. You know, they're not the flashiest group of quarterbacks, that's for sure.
I like Bond from Texas, wide receiver, but the only thing with him is that he was kind of coming off injuries this year. But yeah, he would have been one of the top 10 wide receivers. So I don't know where the injuries kind of pushed him, but yeah, Bond is nice. He's just a little smaller size receiver.
Who's the kid from UNLV? What's his name? Is his name last name White or
Yeah,
Nash or
Ricky
Nash,
White.
right?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, Nick Nash is from San Jose State, and what's his name is from goodness.
It's something White then.
Yeah, Ricky White is the UNLV.
I know people have been talking about him a lot, and I know in a lot of my mock drafts, I ended up, delaying grabbing a wide receiver, and that's who I usually took later on in the draft.
Yeah,
was him.
Yeah, let's go. We could do a mock too if you feel you feeling like doing one.
Up to you, it's your show, whatever you want to do.
Well, I feel.
And make sure anybody that's in from my channel, make sure you get over to Jason's and hit the subs, the thumbs up, notifications, because he's just like me in a way. A lot of times he'll just do a pop up out of nowhere. I'll see a notification that he's on. Like I didn't even see the Instagram message from you. I just happened to see that you were on, so I was like, oh shit. And then I saw the Instagram, so I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll message him.
Yeah, I was because I do that too. I'll send them out, and then no rush if you feel like popping on, because I'm like that too. Like sometimes I'll be like, dang, I set this thing, but sometimes something will come up. But I definitely want to get out here and definitely connect, man.
I mean, anytime you want to go on, when if I'm around, hit me up, and I'll help pull people in for you, whatever. I mean, I have no problem. As long as I'm not already committed to doing something else, I mean, I'm cool. I'm always around for the most part.
No, I definitely appreciate it. I figured you were either up or almost up. So,
no, I only got like 3 hours of sleep. I'm sure I'll crash at some point this afternoon for a couple hours. Once I hit the recliner on the couch, I'll be done.
We're gonna make this one fun. Like you were saying, let's try to see if we could secure some second round action. No. Yes, I would take this one so far, but let me see. Because then we get another. We just move one spot over, and we still get a second and a fourth, and the sixth. But I'm looking at that second. Let's see what else. Oh yeah. Okay, so we'll go with this one just to get that second. All right. Okay. Now there's no offers yet, but we got some good pickings right here. We got Travis Hunter, Ashton Genty, Tet, Armand Mimbu, Will Johnson. I'm just going to focus on kind of what we can see right here. A lot of good pieces. Matthew Golden, Jahai Campbell. Hey, your family, knock it off. All right. So let me see. I'm gonna go back to the chat too. While we're on this page, I'm gonna go back to this. Hey, your brothers. Oh. Okay, and let me see. So what are we thinking, y'all?
So who went already then?
Oh, in fact, let me go. So far.
Actually, drafted players where it's showing height. Put it on show. It'll show them. All right, and that works too.
Oh, there we go. Bam. Or
yeah, that works.
Okay.
And just scroll down and you'll see it.
Okay. And then let me see. Was at the bottom? Whoops. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, so
you know what? This already made this easy for me if it was me, because both quarterbacks are already gone. So it's like, sweet. Don't have to worry about them.
Yep. Mason Graham gone. Shadur gone. Will Campbell gone. That's I think this is literally how it will go. But it looks good because look at the options we got.
How did we move to number 7? Oh, no.
Oh, because we took the trade with the Jets to go one spot over. And what did they do?
And what did they take?
They took the tight end.
Tight end.
Yeah. I think they wanted Bowers, if I'm not mistaken, last year, and then we got him. So
yeah.
Haha. No. Okay, so
We
yeah,
got lucky that there were that many teams that needed a quarterback last year because we never
yeah,
would have gotten him. He shouldn't have made it past the third pick. In reality,
yeah, nice. Excuse me, had a hole in my lip. Okay, all right.
I mean, this is a tough one. I mean, I know I said earlier I would take Travis Hunter, but I mean, if we're trying to, so is your goal to get more second round picks in this one?
Yeah, so we got one more so far. So we picked up 42.
Oh, all right, so that
Yeah. And we got an extra fourth with 110. So got some good meat right there.
and that was only moving back one position.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the best kind of trade that they were offering.
I mean, I'm
Uh
willing to bet if you offered the Cowboys the 6 for the 12, or the 7 for the 12, they would fucking take it and ask for a second.
let's see here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, let's go Cowboys. Down staying. Okay. So we get the 12. Let's try to get that one too. In fact, let's see. And then just say, we'll shoot them out. Oh, they're not liking that, huh?
Not enough, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm about to take that away.
What did we get extra? A fourth rounder?
Yeah, we got a second and a fourth. Let me see.
Give them the 110. See if they'll take that fourth one.
See if they take 110.
Yeah, why not?
Let me see. How do I? All right, let me refresh that. Okay. So 112, and we'll say 40. Oh,
Oh, why not?
oh, there he is.
Beautiful.
Nice. Okay. We might have got that cheap. They jumped on that.
Yep.
They're like, ah. Okay. So we got 12, 37, 42, 44. Oh, we're going to eat. 68. And then we drop off to 108. So we can do some damage.
So right now, so who is taken? Like if you go to the list of who is taken.
Ooh. So Genty's gone. T Mac's gone. We have Armand Mimbu, Will Johnson. As
I'm curious, what did Dallas take? That's what I wanted to see. I want to see what they did with that pick.
let me see. They did. Let me see. They did Genty.
Told you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then Carolina, of course, took T Mac. Walker went to New Orleans. Travis Hunter
Yeah.
to Chicago. That's crazy.
We still almost got him. He made it to 10. We almost got him again.
And then they took Jab Barron from Texas.
Yeah.
I like him. He's a Pete Carroll type DB too.
Yeah.
Big DB. So what are we thinking? Are we thinking protecting, or because we can get our Colton Miller replacement, or we could get our DB support? Got Mike Green edge.
At this point, I would take best available right there. I mean, we've already got what three second rounders now.
Yeah. Let's go.
I would just take Membu then. Fuck it.
Membu it is. So what? That's crazy. They give us a B+ on that one, which is wild. But all right. But they don't know what we're doing. They don't know what we got going. So
yeah,
we're gonna show them. Okay, so here we are with our 37th pick. Now I see where I would go already. I'm all hint.
Burden.
Yeah, I definitely go Burden.
Yeah, because I'm sure at 42, 44, we could get those two running backs. I'm willing to bet.
Oh, in fact,
if they're not going already.
Yeah, see what's okay. So at 40, oh yeah, but we still got some picks. So I was gonna say because I see Henderson's, he's lurking. He's lurking.
Judkins. Did he get taken?
No, Judkins should be after Henderson. Yeah, he's at 55.
Yeah, there he is. Go back up? Did Hampton get picked? Was he still out there too?
Did I see? Oh, he got picked by. Let me see, where'd he go? Let me see where he went. Someone got him though at whoops. Hampton went to Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Nick Chubbs and him. So my goal is to try to get Burden, Henderson, either Judkins or Dart. So like any three of those four, I'm gonna try to get.
You might still be able to sneak Dart in at 68.
I hope so. Here, let's try. We're gonna try to go with Burden.
So go
You
with
okay
that.
with-
Go with Burden.
Okay, then we go a couple spots, and then so still we have Jackson Dart. We got Henderson. Oh yeah, we could double. We could double that. Let's do it. We could go Bam, and then get Henderson with the next one, and then hopefully Judd. Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention to those. I was trying to get this pick in, and then Bam, we go 45 with Henderson.
Yep.
So far, so good. Okay,
Well, I bet Judkins is gone.
I know. Oh, if he's there, let me see. We could stack another fourth if we move 6 spots.
I would look and see if Judkins still available for us.
Let me see. Judkins. Oh yeah.
Oh man, I'd just be taking him right now. Yeah,
It's a no-brainer. Now,
Jesus
guys,
Christ. Look at the grades, how they jumped. A+, 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 B+, B+.
Mm-hmm. Now, for us, just knowing our team, just knowing the future, we are set at running back, and we are not so set at wide receiver yet, but yeah, we'll keep that. Okay. So there was a big gap between 68, but we secured what we needed to secure.
I would take the show off now. Put it to hide. Fuck it.
For sure.
It was just that first round, that early picks that just made a big difference.
Yeah, so we have our tackle of the future. We have one of the wide receivers that can help this squad. He's very elusive. That's the thing. He's size-wise, he's not what T-Mac is, but he can get it done. So we got our tackle, we got our wide receiver, we got our quarterback, we got our running backs, plural. Oh, is Higgins still out there? I think that's who I was.
What's out there for linebacker?
For linebacker, let me see. We got Demetrius Knight.
Oh, Chris Paul still? Yeah, it's still early. No, it's not that far off to take him. We're at 108. We're at 108.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's pretty much in this spot, in this range.
I was talking like Chris Paul.
Oh, you like Chris Paul? We might be able to squeeze
even Kaiser. Even Kaiser's still available. We could get him a little bit later on too.
Let me see.
How about corner then? Oh yeah, no, stay with wide receiver.
Let me see. Nothing really. It's kind of ugly. There's Ricky White though, but it's a little bit later.
Yeah.
Let me see. What you said, DB? Let's check it out. Kobe Bryant.
Oh, he's still available, huh?
Yep, it's gonna be close in that other range with dang it. Let me see.
What do we have after 108? What's our next pick? I can't see it.
After 108 is 110. So we can double up.
Shit.
Yeah,
so
but
we're pretty much picking back to back.
Yep, look right here though. We got Shamar Turner still there. With D-line. You think we're good on D-line, or should we go edge?
I think we should be all right there. Yeah. I know we're going to be okay on edge.
Okay.
I mean, depth is always still nice, but we still need potential starters.
Yeah. You want to go DB? Because we go DB. We can go linebacker. But then we got the double up, so we can, if there's two, we're probably going to get them both. Because this is what the board looks like. We got edge, another tackle.
What's the word on Demetrius Knight? I mean, why is he still there?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let me see.
Like, is there any notes on him?
I don't think they do it on this site. Let me see. Do they? I wonder. Let me see. I wonder if they do it on this one. Now.
I know they do it on the Pro Football Network one.
Let me see.
I can bring that up.
Yeah, let's see. Because I've seen his name a lot too. I feel like he's a bigger backer, but I want to say like 6'3", if I'm not mistaken, or could be thinking of someone else though. I'm glad we did all that kind of in those rounds though, because now once you look at everything now, it's kind of like it's getting a little slim pickings.
All right, so his notes. Let's see, 6'1", 235 pounds.
6'1".
His rating scores an 8.09. So he's a seasoned linebacker with a robust frame and notable arm length, bringing extensive experience from tenures at Georgia Tech, Charlotte, and South Carolina. His adaptness in reading plays allows him to position himself effectively, while his strength and hand technique enable him to shed blockers and disrupt offensive schemes. His versatility is evident in his ability to contribute both in coverage and as a blitzer. Coverage is huge, showcasing a well-rounded skill set. However, concerns regarding his age and agility may impact his draft stock. Overall, Knight's maturity, football intelligence, and physicality make him a compelling prospect for teams seeking a dependable linebacker.
That sounds like Pete Carroll's type. I don't know about size.
I don't know how old he is. It doesn't say.
Yeah. Dang. So I see linebacker as a bigger need than edge for right now.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's go with him. Let's see what he's got. Okay, and then we could not with the donkeys. Not with them. Okay, so we have a double up at 110. There's safety. There's a couple safeties. There's Kevin Winston Jr., Andrew Makuba Abagado. And then we got Edge. So I'm gonna say we got Kuntz coming back. We got Max. Do we need some depth? We lost Chase on. Should we get another bit of edge relief?
Snowden's still there though. I mean, nothing's come out with him.
Good. I was gonna say I was hoping we had somebody.
I haven't heard anything about him.
Okay. So D line, do you think, or safety? In fact, let's look at, because I think we still need a free safety. Yeah, we have strong safeties, but we don't have our free safety yet.
That'll see what's still out there for wide receiver too, because I know we're still kind of lacking.
Yeah,
we're good on running back. We don't even need to look at a third one.
Yeah, we're good. I was greedy, but it paid off. It paid off.
Yeah, no, we can still hold off on wide receiver then because White's still there.
Yeah, I like Pat Bryant too. He was pretty decent. Jimmy Horn, worst case, he's got some. I just worry about him in the NFL because of the size. He gets hit one good time and this curtains. Let's see. Okay, we got quarterback. Tiny. Yeah. Wide receiver. Still got some quality. What's DB? What we got DB wise?
I mean, Kobe Bryant's been talked about a lot. I don't know much about him.
He has good hands. He was one of the guys I wrote down. I had a list wrote down that I was watching the DBs, but once I find it, yeah, he's definitely on the list. He's definitely a handsy guy.
Mm-hmm. Where do the safeties rank as far as?
Oh yeah, hey, and we do need a safety.
Oh shit, we're already in the 110.
Yeah,
and this is a guy in the 90s, and it's from Texas too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know Winston that well, but I was gonna say I've heard a lot about Makuba. Is Makuba is he a strong or a free safety? Because I think right now all we have is strong safeties, if I'm not mistaken.
Makuba, let's see, he's 5'11", 186 pounds.
Kind of light.
Coverage safety who brings an intriguing combination of ball skills, route recognition capabilities, and coverage range. He's a quick processor whose work in the film room helps him maximize his fluidity and quickness.
I think every mock draft should have this with them. You know what I mean? Like I almost clicked on them just after you reading that because I just like the The
He
positive.
looks the part of a talented playmaking safety with ball hawking mentality, football IQ, and hip fluidity needed to make plays in coverage. I
That's
mean,
a
they're saying the lack of tremendous play strength could also prove to be an issue for him in man coverage assignments against bigger receivers and tight ends.
luckily our division.
That's right away. I'm starting to think of the receivers in that division and tight ends. I mean,
Yeah, I
as
was like,
far as tight ends, you got Kelsey, you got Gray from KC. Evan Ingram's now in Denver.
Evan Ingram went to Denver.
Yep.
That is nuts. He's a
Yeah, I
savage.
don't like that one.
I
I
didn't
mean,
like.
our history with being able to cover tight ends.
Oh my
And now
goodness.
we got a guy that's built like he's built like Darren Waller was. He's a tight
Yeah, I
end,
was
but
gonna
yet
say he's damn near wide
plays more
receiver.
like a wide receiver. He's got
Why
the
did
frame of a
everybody
wide
go
receiver.
to our
And he's
division?
strong.
All right. So, what do you think about Makuba? We're bringing him in. Makuba Batata.
I was waiting for you to say that. Yeah, I would. Fuck it. Take the number one that's available.
All right, we're drafting a great one. Our offense, we won't have to worry about them. If they don't do their part, it's not on anything that we did. Or
Yeah,
did
really, right?
I'm all Raider Nation. Take a look at this, man. We got everybody you guys could possibly want, except for Genty and T Mac and Shadur Sanders and Cam Ward, of course. But we got something like it. Something a little bit, maybe almost better. Okay, let's look at the whole board and see what we got. Now, Jared Ivey, I like at edge. It's kind of a sleeper, I think.
Chris Paul's still there too.
Yep, Chris Paul. We definitely need another linebacker for sure.
Kobe
We lost.
Bryant's still there too. Damn.
Yep, let's see if we can. Ooh, that might be. Okay, so we got a linebacker. So should we go DB just to spread it out, or
Devin Neal's still there too. Good lord.
yeah? We could. I'll say
I know, but if we take a third one,
they might crucify us for that one.
Yeah,
They're like, that's too many.
it's so hard to pass up. Who's after Bryant?
After Bryant is Ali Gordon.
So motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. We did some damage. We changed the game of the draft by trading, and we took a lot of people's star players. So they're like, I don't want this guy. So that means we're doing it right. We're making them change.
Yeah.
We're making them shift.
I don't think he'd still be there. I mean, Kobe Bryant's still there. Boss is still there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And then we do have. So when you think about linebacker, we got Gaynor, we got Bernie, we got what's his name, Eckenberg. So we kind of do have a little more depth, I think, of the backers than we do DB. So we might have to go Kobe.
I mean, if we do end up winning, I could see him being a starter right away too.
Yeah, and then
I think he's automatically already better than most of the ones we have in house.
Yeah, and then like how we lost Spillane, we lost Diablo, even though not much of a loss.
Go to offensive. Well, it only shows it as a tackle. Yeah, interior. There you go.
Yeah,
Frazier's not bad.
Excuse me. Yeah, I like Miles Frazier. Damn, that's crazy. You fell a little bit. Yeah, but either way,
in the draft, I hope we end up taking a shot at, and that's the kid from Georgia, Truss.
Oh yeah. Ooh, let me see. Is he? Someone might already got. Yeah. Oh, I think somebody already got.
No.
Let me see. Let's see if we can see him real quick. Truss. London.
Unless he's listed as a tackle.
Oh yeah. Let me see. Protect you. Okay. Oops.
There he is.
I was gonna say, yeah, there he goes. So at 233, so we could get probably 3 more, hopefully get him.
I just want to see him get drafted. I'd love for him to get drafted by us because he's a homer.
I was gonna say that's the local guy, right? From
Yeah, he's from Rhode Island. Yep.
That's what's up.
And he's really good friends with Brock Bowers. So
the Brock. I was watching something with Brock too, where he was watching his highlights. I like that dude, man.
He's humble.
Yeah, I was gonna say he just handles his business. You know, he's like, I don't really too much care about stats and all that, you know, but shit, you can't tell. You know, he earned it. He got
But
his money.
You know what, that's if you watch a lot of these kids that come out of Georgia, it's instilled in them, you know, in that program that, you know, it's not about the individuality. It's about the program. It's about you know, doing what's best for the team, not what's best for you. You know,
Exactly.
and that's how some of these college programs need to be. You know,
some of these kids just get too big of a head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know you,
Chris. Salute, man.
Salute, brother. Salute. Give me a second.
Oh, you all good. Take your time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I don't know the other guy. Who's he? That's the new guy.
Yep, very new.
Yeah, I'm new. Yeah, how you doing?
I barely even know what YouTube is. What is it?
Yeah.
Do
they play music? No, is there a music site?
It's some kind of thing you use on your flip phone. I don't know.
Flip phone. Damn.
So, hey, what do you think, Chris, of the draft so far?
Man, be honest with you, I just literally woke up about 10 minutes ago. I forgot.
So you saying we woke you up with this draft? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, wait, hold on. So who you guys get? Luther Burton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jason Dang. Okay. Oh, got my boy. Okay. Anderson, yeah. You got Junkins too?
I mean, you know, it's for the team.
What
you know,
the heck?
It's for the team.
Jason and I have been working this draft.
Yeah. We tried to call Pete and Spytech, but we couldn't get through. So we did.
We'll just send him this. We'll send him a copy of this when we're done in our blueprint. Yeah. Tell him use this now.
I'll call Mrs. Davis which one does? Let's see.
Would you use the data back in the day?
Mrs. Davis. I'll call Miss Davis and tell him put Mark's ears. Tell him to do the draft.
You tell him.
Use that Barry White voice on her.
Yeah.
No, man, she might have a heart attack, man. I can't do that.
Is this Chris?
Is this Chris? Are you the guy that called Mr. Davis? Yes. He under arrest.
Yeah, but it was for good. It was for good. It was for the good of the team.
I like this. So we got a safety, and you did an attacker. So you did the 1-2, a linebacker.
Yeah,
I like that. Those are things we really need because we need a free safety. I heard you when I was walking out. We need a free safety.
Yes,
because guys, we got a box safeties there. You know,
I played a little free safety too, so I kind of have some bias. Some of my favorite safeties: Ed Reed. Dang, I can't think of his name. What's the dude that used to play for Seattle? And then he gave the finger to him when he broke his leg because they wouldn't give him the extension. God dang it. He was part of the Legion of Boom, though. Not Chancellor, not Cam Chancellor, but the other one. The light skin with the braids.
Because Cam Chancellor won me all the headline news. I can't remember his name.
Damn, what's his name? Because he gave Pete
Earl Thomas.
Earl Thomas. Thank you.
Thomas.
Earl Thomas.
Okay. Yeah, him.
I never would have guessed that.
Of course, Palomalo, but like just Dawkins. Those are the safeties that I like. The Steve Atwaters. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones that get it done.
Atwater.
Because it seems like our safeties were chasing people for like the last 10 years. It was never anticipating where the ball was going. It was they catch it and we're chasing them. So I just want.
That's what I said last night about the linebackers, Diablo. They're mostly chasing guys and getting the tackles. They wasn't breaking up flat passes or anything. So yeah, we need a ball hawk safety.
Definitely so. Let's pick it back up too. I'm gonna get to the chat for everybody. I let it slip. I let the chat slip, but I gotta get it back. But we're gonna I'm gonna get back to the page so we can see what we got going. Hey, and it's funny, everyone's naming what we're picking. So it's we're on the right track.
Yep.
Do any trades, or we just this is like?
Oh, we did.
We did trades at the beginning. We haven't done one in a while though.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's
what
how
they
we
got.
ended up with 3 second-round picks. 37, 42, and 44 are all second rounders.
Oh no! Yeah, now I just seen that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still trying to get my eyes. Well,
Hey, it's all good.
Today I'm an
I'm
old
still
man.
amazed that we got Judkins 24 picks after we got Henderson. That he lasted 24, almost a full round later.
My favorite is these two. You know what I mean? Burden, yeah. I would have liked another option at wide receiver, but we could have did worse. You know?
Yeah. Now, when you wait to the second round, you're hitting the next tier already of wide receiver.
Go to Burden's specs. What's it? Does it show specs?
It's not gonna show him. Yeah, I can get him on this though.
Wait, to who? For Burden?
Yeah, because I never really heard. I heard Burden, but I never really saw his specs.
Oh, he's top 3. Like, he's one of the top 3 guys for sure. Because he'll be gone probably that second round. Because it's like Golden, I think, in him and Golden. It goes, T-Mac.
Well, on
Travis, T-Mac, and then
on Pro Football Network, they got T-Mac, Golden, Igbuka, and then Burden.
Oh, damn! So
Burden and Igbuka are 28 and 29 in the ranks, so you could flip flop either one.
Okay.
The next closest after that is Trey Harris from Ole Miss, and he's ranked 43 overall.
I feel like Burden's like 5'11" or something. Like, he's a shorter, but
Burden is 6 feet even, 206 pounds. He's a slot receiver with an impressive combination of speed, power, and agility. This past season, he showed that he's more than capable of taking on a high workload. His natural playmaking skills make him dangerous in space. He has ball skills to spare when allowed to stretch the field vertically. And as a route runner, he has shown progress, but still needs additional development. Granted, part of that comes down to the way he was used in college. But his route salesmanship still needs some work. He should end up being an instant starting wide receiver at the NFL level. He has some inside-outside versatility with the ability to thrive on jet sweeps and end arounds. And his yards after the catch ability is arguably the best of any wide receiver in the 2025 NFL draft class.
So he's more of a slide deal, number 1 then.
Yeah.
Let's see, we need number 1. That's what we need.
Yeah. So on paper for Luis, we have one of the fastest DB rooms actually right now. I mean, we can always get better, of course, but we're not too slow in the DB room. It's just we got to get our guys, because they were rookies last year. Bennett, start to get it, towards, pretty much for last year. He started to kind of get it and, was injured. But, we don't. And then we still got Jack Jones. I mean, I know it's not our favorite, but imagine if Jack Jones is your 3rd best wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna add some depth, and we're gonna add a vet. We'll be straight.
I don't hate. I said last night, I don't hate Jack Jones. I hate what he does. Maybe Pete Carroll, since he's a DB coach, and they got the other guy that's DB coach, maybe they can kind of flip him around. I mean, he takes chances. 50% time, sometimes he's good. 50% bad. 50% he's not good. So we gotta be consistent. But we'll see.
Yeah. Especially like he said, Evan Ingram is with the damn Broncos now, so that's crazy. Mm-hmm. I had him on my fantasy team last year too. Probably not this year though.
I don't worry about that. Denver sometimes does that. So do the Chargers. They get a lot of these guys and they go to play and they show. So I'm not worried about them.
Yeah. Hey, can we do a breakdown actually for Travion Henderson? I just want to hear like his.
Yeah, I can pull it up.
That way we could break down the draft, and then we could break down kind of what these guys can bring to the team too. Thank you too. Jack.
So Henderson, 5'10", 202 pounds. His ranking score is 8.82. He stands out as a true dual threat back, blending impressive speed with pass catching skills that hint at third down NFL potential. When healthy, he's electric in open space, weaving through defenders with sharp vision and surprising burst. However, concerns linger about whether he peaked during his record-breaking 2021 freshman season. While he hasn't underperformed, his dominance hasn't been as consistent since that 15-touchdown year. At his best, Henderson combines modern, dual-threat versatility with the explosiveness of classic power back, making him a dynamic force when fully unleashed.
So what you're saying is we did the best draft ever, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
So, and we still got, picks to play with.
Yeah.
Guys, Raider Nation, I need you guys to share this video. Share this video. Share this video until it reaches the Las Vegas headquarters, until it reaches whoever it needs to reach to get these guys on our squad.
Jason, don't be so modest right now,
Use
man.
hashtag Raiders.com and just hashtag their YouTube channel.
Exactly.
You're being modest, Jason.
Oh, I gotta go. I can't be in here with him. I gotta go.
Yeah, all right. See you guys.
Yeah. Spent enough time with him last night.
Screw you too.
Well, good.
Hey, I gotta ask. I missed the end of your stream. Hey, who won?
There we
Well,
go.
if you can see my face now, you can
There we
see
go.
my
There
face.
we
You
go.
can probably tell by that.
Yeah, he lost.
It's all right though. Hey, it's not all about points. You know what I'm saying?
Winning? At
not all
one point,
about
were you ahead?
He's like,
There's a reason I'm downing this Milky Bar oat drink. Try and wash this friggin' taste out of my mouth.
Oh.
AR, just hit him with the. I'm just here so I don't get fined. You know.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. Anyways, gang, salute. You guys doing a mock draft? Or,
Yeah, we got it. We
Enjoy
got
the
it.
ride.
At least
In
I
fact-
can see nobody stole your milk money, so you get your milk. You're all set now.
Well, this is going down much better now that, anything after Vegemite is uphill, right?
Ooh.
Or downhill, if you whatever. You get what I'm saying.
Yes, sir. Yep. We stacked up the team so far, AR. So we're hoping that everyone shares this video so it gets to Pete. So they can, we're doing the work for them right now. We're doing the work. And it was easy. It was easy. It may look like this was challenging, but it was easy.
Are you doing a draft with no trades or are you trading?
Oh yeah, we did trades because in this draft it's so condensed that all the talent by fifth round will be kind of like skim pickings, but it's in that second round there's so many of these guys that say Burden with Jackson Dart with Travion Henderson. You're gonna have to make a choice. It looks good here, but someone's probably gonna make these moves and stack. Because if we got this, because there's the tackle that everyone wants for after Miller is, whatever we do with Cole Miller, we got a wide receiver, speed, it's got the speed we need, consistent. Jackson Dart, we got the backup, pretty much up and coming quarterback. We got our two running backs with Henderson and Judkins that fit the system that Chip Kelly, is probably bringing to the table. And then we got Knight, solid running back, not too agile, but he's consistent and he anticipates. And then we have Makuba, free safety that has great instincts. The size may be a problem, but he watches film, he studies well, and that's where he gets his edge.
Surprised that Matuba filled number 12. That's surprising. That's all I looked at huh?
Yeah.
He filled the 12. That's wow.
To answer Rochita's question, no, I haven't. I haven't heard of it. But salute to you. Nice to see you. And everyone else, Tony. Everyone else.
Get back to the. Let me see.
Good morning, Diesel.
Yeah, it's wild. Let me see. All right. Let's finish this thing off. And they said we need speed on the back end. So let's see what we got in the DB room. Oh yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
no brainer, right?
Well, that's a no-brainer. You know, the fact that
Kobe.
he made it that far.
Look at that shiny A+ right there. All right. Okay, so
Jesus Christ.
no, hell no.
Louis asks, is there any speedy punt returners like a Jacoby Ford type? What about that wide receiver you took? Can he
Huh,
do that?
now you're speaking my language. Yeah, Luther Burden could definitely I think he did a little returning.
What's up, Gunsmoke?
Shit,
got-
we could even draft that running back from shit. Oh my god, what the hell's his name?
Ricky White.
I'll get his name. name.
Have you even drafted a running back?
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we got two of them. We got the Ohio State brothers.
Yeah,
already
we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went back to back. Yeah, so we got agility. He's a threat out of the backfield too, a third down back too. Judkins is, I'd say, a bigger version of him. You know what I mean? But it would be that 1-2 punch, and we'd have them for the future. And this is a great starting now 1-2 punch.
Right there, Jason. I just put his name in the chat. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, the running back from Arizona. The kid that played in the East-West Shrine Bowl.
Let me see. Oh, yeah, right here. Arizona.
Chris knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, number 31.
We watched that kid playing that game. Good
That
God.
dude lifted the whole thing up.
Ja'Cory
You could even grab
Krosky.
him you could use him as special teams.
Okay. So you want to come back to him?
Yeah, I'd come back to him.
Hell yeah,
Really
Lewis.
going.
Yeah,
He's one of my favorite
Tough brother.
Raiders of all time, Jacoby Ford.
In fact, let's go interior real quick because I don't think we did yet. Or, I mean, I always say worst case, you can just get a tackle, and then if he doesn't work out a tackle, you try to flex him at guard.
Hey, Lewis.
Yeah. Let's go. In fact, let's go. I like Lampkin too, though. But I know Lampkin really more than I know Kandra.
Robert, what's up, Gordon?
Either way, though.
That works.
All right.
Crazy.
We say linebacker?
Yeah, I'd say linebacker too. You got one, right?
Yeah, we got one. We got Mr. Knight.
I'll say you get another one because they might hopefully they keep one or the other, Gainer or Bernie, but I think they're gonna wipe a linebacker clean. I think so.
Come on now, we're drafting another linebacker. We've got Amari Burney.
To see that,
I was waiting for you to say that.
I said that a little earlier. I was like, Gainer. We still got Gainer. We got Eckenberg. We got Bernie. We got. I take it, AR.
Based on last night's chit chat on the show, we have a plethora of linebackers that are potential starters, but I never even heard of Bernie until last night. Let's put it that
We
way.
have the next coming of Matt Millen and Filippiano. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You need to take another linebacker.
I'll take it.
I'm just messing with you, Chris. I'm just messing.
So what do you say, Nick Martin? He's the best. He's the best available. Oh, in fact, can we get one more, Jeff? One more on Nick Martin.
Oh, on him?
Yeah,
Just
on Nick Martin.
And yeah, Lewis, one of my favorite games of all time is that 2010 game where Jacoby Ford took over and pretty much won the game for the Raiders.
The dog.
Yeah.
My wife's home. That's why she's going crazy. She knows she's outside. Nick Martin, 5'11", 221 pounds. His rating is an 8.49. He's quick. He's a quick twitch athlete who has excellent play speed and undersized linebacker, and had high production totals in 2023 before only playing 5 games in 2024. Ooh. I only played 5. He led the Big 12 in solo tackles with 83 and had 16 tackles for loss. Additionally, he is an effective blitzer who can consistently impact the pocket with 30 pressures in 2023 on 98 pass rushing attempts. He's a physical run defender who seeks out contact and can beat offensive linemen to make plays. The injury in 2024 means that he has limited college sample size with only 1 full season of playing time. Oh, he doesn't have the experience. I don't think
Nah.
he's played enough.
You and
Motley
me,
play a little too out of control sometimes. It can miss tackles with a career 13.2 missed tackle rate. Yeah, I don't like that.
nah,
I don't want drafting anybody that's got an
I'll give
injury
you-
history.
Hey, as
You'll
soon
get
as they
dropped,
said that,
too.
I thought of Abrams.
I'll give you a super chat if you can say the name of the 305th ranked linebacker. You'll see him if you scroll down. I'll super chat you. Five Ausd. Keep going. 305.
You said linebacker?
Oh, he's there at 305. There he is. The guy from Miami. What's his last name?
Yeah, his name's
Mauga.
Nope.
Mauga.
Nope. Jeff, you get one chance.
Oh, Maui Wowie.
Magawa.
Nope.
Maui Wowie.
Maui Goa.
That's what I said. I said Maui
No,
He
Goa.
didn't. No, he didn't.
Oh, I said Maui Goa.
Maui Goa. Gawa. Magugu.
Goonie Goo Goo.
Goonie Goo Goo. Well, I like Bam Martin. Hey, we got to get him as a UDFA. Bam Martin. Bam.
I like that name.
Yeah. That's one of Gruden's guys. Gruden's like, I got to get this guy on the roster.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a name like Bam as a linebacker.
Oh, there's a kid in there that plays defensive back. His name is Calvin Woodson. So C. Woodson. I drafted him in pretty much every draft I had, like one of my last picks, just because of the name C. Woodson. I'm like, hey, it could, and he was a cornerback, so it could work.
That running back there, that's my guy on Six's guy, Damian Martinez. Yeah.
I'm
But
all
you got-
about
you've
bringing
already
another.
taken two, right?
I mean, I'm all about. We're gonna run the ball down people's throats. AR. This is the year we are gonna run the ball until they say stop it, please, and we're gonna just keep running. Just keep
I wouldn't
running.
mind getting 3 running backs. I mean, like I said, wipe that running back room out.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Chris. I'm with you.
I think this is the last of the kind of crucial group. I was gonna say there's still some good picks here. We got Jordan Hancock. We got Castro. Safety, I think. Edge, I think we definitely need another edge because I don't think we did yet.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Bulk up our interior some more just in case we don't, work with
Even Monaghan's still there too from Rutgers. Jesus.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What'd you say his name
some
was?
juice.
Kyle.
But you know who we're not getting? Nick Martin.
Monagai.
Monaghan.
Sorry, Nick.
Mana.
Guy.
So what do we think?
Long guy.
What's our
You
big?
can tell I'm tired, right?
That actually, I'm curious if that guy's actually an Islander. That might be African. That name.
The Mana. Oh, that's crazy. Mana. What's 178 there? Managayo. Mananga.
That's like a Western African.
Mananga.
But the Kyle throws everything off like Kyle.
Yeah. I think of like the I don't know if it's Japanese like guy chicken.
You got one here, Lewis.
Yeah,
I'm 6'2", half Samoan, and 309 pounds. I'm not even kidding.
Guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right.
He's definitely from the United States. He's from Roseland, New Jersey. They were born and raised.
Well, a name like Kyle, where else can he be from?
Yeah.
I'm half Samoan, Lewis.
So far, got only two B's. B+ for Membu. That's crazy.
I've never heard of him, Red Cheetah. Who's T-Mac? Does anybody know who T-Mac is?
Trattoria. He's a wide receiver from Arizona, like the number 1 rated wide receiver coming out this year.
Is that how you say? He asked me if I can say his name. Is that how you say it?
I guess I say it as Trattoria.
I got Tetra McMillan.
Trattoria.
Just call him T-Mac for short. Nobody else does.
King Lou, you guys just don't touch Tyler Warren or Ashton Genty. As a Bears fan, he wants them.
Well, where's the
We're
Bears?
only going to get one of them, so.
Where are they picking? Aren't they
Bears?
picking? Yeah. They picking around us?
Oh, shit. I'll
Yeah,
tell you in
wow.
a second. No, 10. They get the 10th pick.
They can trade with it. We'll take the 10, give them the 6. That's still not too far down.
Yeah.
Plus a second round.
Okay, I got you.
And we're back. Sorry. All right. Let me see what the chat's saying for this next pick. And then, guys, please share this draft so they know who's really on our radar. Yeah. Show some love.
Thanks, Diesel.
My bad, AR.
It's all right.
That I gotta figure out how to
fellow than I am.
nah. I gotta figure out how to get them everybody on the top side. Is that way? All right, so we're going in there. We're not gonna play around because I know we've been on the clock probably for about half an hour now. So
5 teams have already picked.
you're right. No, come on.
We've dropped to like 220 now.
So pretty much it's best available. We could go running back, but I think let's go edge. Let's be responsible.
Yeah, fuck it. Just go edge.
Let's go edge. So now we got some depth behind Kuntz and Snowden, and Max is his own beast, so we know that.
Tyree as well.
Yo, I always forget. I forget about him. I don't know why, but I don't know. He slips. Every time we talk about edge depth, I never think of Tyree. It's so crazy,
and that's a problem.
That is a
problem. I'm not talking about a problem for you, Jason. I'm talking that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like you having.
You know what? He said that.
On the roster.
My response to him, because he said that, he goes, "Yeah, we probably need some more depth at that." I said, "Well, we still have Snowden. We haven't said what's going on with him yet." And I didn't even think of Tyree when you
see. That's what I'm saying. We talked about that earlier, and Tyree
exactly, and that is a problem, and that's why I get so heavily critical about the pick of Tyree. Like that's unacceptable.
But remember, everybody's saying this is his year. He's going to break out this year. Please,
you better.
No, he better break out because
it's broke out your rookie. Yeah, I'm sorry.
If you don't break out, this is last year with the Raiders at least. So
I don't understand why people say like that was his rookie season. Well, did he not play games in his first season in the NFL? Well, were they just magically
like play right away?
Up in the thin air? Like
it was Brock Bowers' rookie year too, right? I think no, yeah,
last year was
yeah. He did pretty good, yeah.
All right.
You either have it or you don't, and it's like the only way you're gonna see is putting them on the field, man. Like, cause some people thrive. Brock thrived. You know what I mean? He made it happen. Others, because if you want it, man, you gotta just every opportunity you get, you gotta make the best of it.
I mean, by people's estimation or explanation of shit is, so Tyree was a number 7 overall pick, and he's absolutely sucked. So Bowers went number 13, so he should have been even worse than Tyree, to be honest with you. He outshined Tyree in 1 year, and Tyree's second year still didn't amount to much of anything. You know, when you're picked number 7 overall in the draft, your expectation is you're going to start right away. You know, which is why I don't like picking a quarterback at number 6. I want value for that first round pick. I want a guy that can come in and start right away, whether it be on defense, wide receiver. I don't care. Quarterback's not. No.
Well, even like with quarterback, like if you're in a position where you can sit the guy, like I mean, remember Aaron Rodgers? He sat behind Brett Favre. You know what I'm saying? Even as recently as Patrick Mahomes, he didn't start. He sat behind Alex Smith. Like if you can sit them in that kind of scenario, I can accept that. What I find unacceptable is that like we drafted Tyree Wilson. Like my bare minimum expectation by year 2 for a guy, like unless it's that kind of scenario that I just talked about with the quarterback, like you need to be a starter. Like I'm not expecting you to be an all-pro Bowl, but like at least start and do some things some of the time. You know what I mean? Like earn your keep, so to say. or if you're going to be a rotational guy, you better be a damn good one. And the fact that, like, yes, granted, the second half of the season he was getting better, but the first half of the season he got outplayed by Charles Snowden and friggin' Janarius Robinson. That's what I have a problem with. That's not even the bare minimum expectation for a top 10 pick. And that is why I get so heavily critical about the guy. So, Tyree, hopefully year 3.
And a guy that went 3 or 4 picks after him made it as an all-pro in his second year and won a Super Bowl. So
I'm not even talking about the guys that were picked after him, but that makes it even worse. I'm just
that's what I mean. It's
who we've got. We got Tyree Wilson. All right, there's a bare minimum expectation with top 10 draft picks, and being a rotational guy just isn't one of them.
Yeah, and see how we said he was kind of off the radar when we were thinking of him. Even in last year's draft, like we wanted, I think it was the DBs. It was, a couple different players. And when his name was called, it was like, I'd seen his name in the top 7 or whatever, but I was like, oh, I just didn't hear nothing about him. So, I mean, that kind of, like you said, AR, that should have gave you a hint that he was probably not that guy, because I'm pretty sure nobody was on the Tyree Wilson hype train at that pick. You know what I mean? If you were, you had to be from Texas Tech, or you know what I'm saying?
When we picked him, I remember my exact expression was like, "Who? Like what?"
That's what I said. I said,
I honestly, if we weren't going to go for Jalen Carter, I wanted the kid New England ended up with, Gonzalez.
Yeah, well, I said, who I had to go back and watch some tape on him. Like, who's this Tyree Wilson? Like, never heard of him. He didn't make a big splash in college. So what?
Lewis is arguing in the chat that he's a good run stopper.
Jalen Carter's off-field issues. That's the whole reason he moved up. It's the only reason he moved up.
Lewis is bringing up the point that he's a good run stopper. Where do you get that? Where do you get that assessment from? He's had what? He's only had 4 run stuffs, and I didn't notice him like blowing up runs the way even like a guy I still get critical of, the pick of Pete Carroll. At least that was something he was semi-competent at. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't see that much from Tyree Wilson to make it a point to say that he's a good run stopper. I mean, did you guys?
No.
Didn't notice any difference.
I don't know where you got that assessment from, dog, but just saying.
It's pretty bad when he's in the game. You really don't know he's in the game. That's how bad it is to me.
Yeah.
Where is he? Oh, he's right there. I didn't know he was even in the game. He didn't make a difference to me. I hope he does this year. If you don't, see you later. You can go and join your buddy Diablo in Atlanta.
You just set up there. He can stop. He can run stop. I mean, you're implying that he's a good run stopper. I didn't really see many, if any, examples of that. Like,
yeah,
he's a superstar when he's not blocked. I can tell you that. When he goes unblocked, he's the best player out there on the field.
Well, that's the case. Then we all go out there and do the same thing. We don't get blocked.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the only time you see him do anything, when he goes through unblocked. Which is why the situation on run plays when he comes out and does good is because he wasn't blocked.
It's called spy take. Say, hey, draft me, man. Make sure I'm not blocked, and I'll be the best tackler in the whole NFL. Just make sure I'm not blocked. Make sure.
And I'm sorry, Lewis. I just don't see it with them either. I really don't.
And this is not an attack on Tyree Wilson. This is just how we've been drafting. Because Alex Leatherwood, thank you. Thank you, Jess. This was a very confusing pick, and it's one of the ones where if you're a Raider fan, you hear the pick, you're like, oh well, maybe they know something we don't know. Okay, and it doesn't turn out well because it's like he was not on the radar either. You know what I mean? It was kind of like who, not even.
We reached for him. He could have made it to the second round easily.
It
wouldn't. It wouldn't have been as bad if he made it to the second round and then we took him, because it's like, all right, second round. That's first round picks, man, is so valuable. And if you get,
Yeah.
Look at Almakowski.
You can't see.
I was doing that last night too. I was like, remember the old Leroy was here looking over the fence with the hands.
That's the thing about having Pete Carroll, and hopefully his experience can even help Patrick Graham with placing Tyree Wilson in the right place. You know, using him the right way. Because Lewis, you do have a point on that. Like, if we use Wilson, I think they didn't have enough time last year to try to sort and figure it out. But in this offseason, that's what they should be doing, is figuring out the best way to use Tyree Wilson as a weapon, you know, because he's there. He's on the team. So if we have to get something out of him, you know what I mean? So I think this coaching
put him at
regime,
linebacker.
Hey, Jason, you can switch it around. You can put me at the bottom.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. My bad.
I can go at the bottom, too.
I'm so sorry.
Hello.
He's trying to climb by the... I was like, my bad. Nah, sorry about that, brother. Yeah, I think if we use
Jason paused as well. Is his
I say, like I said, I thought, like I said last night, I thought Tyree was used more like a Justin Tuck type role where he just lines up here all over the place so he can confuse the demons. Maybe they do that to him. I don't know, but you got to do something this year.
Has Jason frozen? Like his camera? Is it just me?
No, his face is frozen.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
he's been freezing every now and then, but his
might be the Mary Jane. My bad. Freezing a little bit.
Yeah, StreamYard's been bugging out hard, man. It was doing that to critique today when I was streaming. Like,
I saw that when I started.
A way I used to fix it is just I back out and then I come back in.
So Cal.
Oh, there you go. He's back.
Oh shit! Sorry.
That's all right.
No, he was showing you some. He was showing you some love. Yeah. So as you guys can see, anyone that's joined in the last, say, 20 minutes or so, everybody on this panel has contributed to this saving of the Raiders organization. No need for thanks and praise and all that's just what we do. You know,
I didn't do anything.
Hey, AR, you're part of this too, brother. You're a part of this too. You're part of this damn family.
You take
we just saved the Raiders organization for at least the next 8 years. 6 years. We'll go easy. 6 years.
Yeah. We got everything. What didn't we get? Huh? What don't we have? Quarterback? Huh? Running back?
Long snapper.
And my greedy ass, I didn't even get 2 wide receivers out of this, but I sacrificed.
We only went with 1.
I sacrificed for you guys, you know, for the family.
You should have got that kicker number 12. I'm telling you, man.
Did you get any interior guys, or was that a tackle that you got?
I actually did. I think I doubled up.
I see him. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know the names, but the position wise, like, I like it.
Looks good on paper, definitely.
Right.
Now, out of all these guys, you know, I know AR, you kind of don't watch a lot of the college, but is there anybody that kind of sticks out that, you know, that you would love to add to this team?
I'll give you a quick answer, and this is someone who has zero credentials when it comes to like any of these guys, only from what I've heard through the grapevine. But I like the pick of Jackson Dart. Does he fall that far? I don't think so. A team is going to try and pick him higher than that. But if he does slide that far, if we did make it happen in the second round, if we took BPA and got Dart in the second round, I'd be a very, very happy camper. The running backs, I like it. You know, I've gone on record how many times to say draft 1, draft 2. I don't care. I don't want to go another season with the majority of these running backs that we had last year. Like, that just wasn't good enough. So, you know, I like that we went for that Thunder and Lightning from Ohio State, and we got another guy. You drafted 3 running backs, right?
Yeah.
Did I get 3?
Did you get that last guy? Did you?
Yeah, I got
to get 2 in this one.
Yeah, I got a tight end on that last one.
Oh, you got it. Okay, but the 2 running backs, I like that. So that's my untrained assessment. Is I like those moves the best, but as a whole, like the position wise, I think you did a good job.
I'll tell you what, the interesting thing is we could have probably drafted 3 other running backs that were still available that could still be starters in the NFL and any other team. I wouldn't start them over these 2, but you could still start them over pretty much most of the running backs that are already out there. It was insane what was still available. Ollie Gordon was still there. Nash was still there. Not Nash, Neal. Mullins was still out there. Korski was still there. I mean, that's 4 right there that could start on pretty much any team in the NFL. And that was well after these 2 we picked.
So
that
still,
was like
you still get a running
round.
back.
They were still there.
So you still get a running back, a UDFA running back coming instead of
Yeah.
third running back.
I'm telling you, there's going to be some good undrafted free agent running backs that come out of this. So even if we bring a couple of us in that way, just for competition and special teams possibility, it's worth it.
We got
most to lose,
including the draft. I predict we're going to bring in 4 guys, drafted and undrafted.
I would agree. I would agree. I definitely would agree with that.
And Dylan Lobby, he needs to beat at least 2 of them to retain his spot on the roster. Because if he can't beat at least 2 of them, practice squad, or he might be gone.
Yeah,
I'll give him another chance. I'll give him one more chance, but not.
He's got to beat 2 of them. If he can't play better than at least 2 of these undrafted free agents that we bring in the door, then why are we going to keep him on even a practice squad when we can just keep one of these guys that are outperforming him year 1?
It's the coaches that need to give him a chance. He fumbled and then they sat him. But that was the old regime. That just kills a player's confidence when you do that too. Right. If you don't let him get right back out there and, try it again, what did you have to lose this year? You weren't going anywhere with this team. You knew it from the time that after the first game, we weren't going anywhere. You could see how bad in disarray we were, Let the kid play. That's what it's about, especially towards the end of the season. It's evaluate what's on the roster now. Let's see what we got for next year. And they didn't even do that at the end.
I was talking about that all last year towards the end of the season. I'm like, well, we're 2-6, 7. I said, we're not going to win any more games. I don't think the way you guys are playing. Put the rookies in, the second-year guys, and let's see what we got for next year. But AP was trying to save his job. Trying to save my job.
I don't think he had any shot of saving his job.
Yeah. But do you think that's that to me? Do you agree that's a reasonable expectation for Lobby to beat out 2 undrafted free agents in preseason? I'm not talking about the guys who draft. I'm talking about the undrafted free agents.
It's a possibility.
No, I agree. I think he should be able to beat them out.
If he cannot beat at least 2 of them, then that to me that's not good enough for the bare minimum expectation. He got to go.
I would agree with that.
He had the preseason fumble. He had the next fumble he got. Pretty much the next time he touched the ball again was that, I forgot what game it was, but he fumbled. We were driving. Coach was like, "Hey, Lobby, get your helmet. Come on, get in there." And he fumbles. And then, then he semi recovered his, covered himself when he returned the, kick. So maybe special teams is his niche. Maybe we can get him out there. He has to hold on to that damn ball, though. That's the only thing. Just ball security is what you should work on.
Right.
Yeah, I think with this Tobin special teams, a kickoff return, because he's pretty elusive and he's pretty fast. So I'll put him out there for that.
Yeah.
I want to put him in that backfield. Just let him thrive at special teams because, like my boy AR said, show Kobe forward. Turn the game around just by his punt return and kickoff returns. So maybe Lobby can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. There's no more of the mediocre play. Pete's going to put the people that are competing on the field. We don't have to worry about, this guy's just playing because of his contract and blah, blah. No, it's if the guy is doing what he's supposed to be doing, he's going to be playing. If he's not, you're not going to see the field.
That's not Pete style. Like I say, from the USC days on to Seattle, they say, I don't care who you are, where you came from, who you rank, how much you're getting paid. If this guy's playing better over here, he's playing. You're on the bench.
Yeah.
So,
and the same can be said about, like, just because you're a draft pick investment doesn't give you an automatic pass to retain your spot on the roster. If there's guys who, say like these year 2, year 3 guys, if we bring in undrafted free agents who outperform them in preseason, then I'm rolling with the guys who outperform these guys to retain their roster spots like that. Like again, I'm talking about bare minimum expectation. You got to be better than the next man up. The guys who come in through the door, the young cats who are hungry, that they might not even get drafted. And if you can't even beat those guys to maintain a roster spot in preseason, then you got to bounce.
Well, he
Like if
proved
they
that
can't
with
beat those guys, then how the hell are you going to beat out the guys in the regular season? You know what I'm saying? That are playing against us.
He proved that with Russell Wilson and Matt Flynn. Matt Flynn came in and thought, "Oh yeah, I played with me last year. I'm the starter." You know, blah blah. No, you're not. Yeah. You just got beat out by this guy they drafted.
Derek Carr, Matt Schaub, 2014.
Yeah. That was like Matt Schaub. Yeah.
Yep.
Russell Wilson's worked out a little bit better than Derek Carr's did, though. Just a little bit.
And I'll give you another under the radar example that you guys probably would have forgotten about, but it's to my point. 2013, we drafted Tyler Wilson. You probably don't even remember the name. We drafted he's a quarterback from Arkansas. I think he was a round 3, round 4 guy. This is his rookie season. He got outperformed by Matt McGloin, an undrafted free agent who was the backup quarterback for us for a long time. But it's to my point, like just because you're drafted does not give you a whole pass if you cannot beat the competition. That's the bare minimum, like undrafted free agents. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and not only like the play on the field, but practice is competitive. Like Pete Carroll does a lot of things to mix up stuff at practice. Like, whatever side of the ball, has the better day, the other team has, it's always something like just to keep the guys from getting, bored and just the same old thing. He makes it competitive. So that's what I said. Things are going to change. Things are going to change. And you see the people that you got are dogs. Like the few people that we are getting, they are crafting their own version of this team. And then I'm liking the way it's coming together. I do.
Well, you got to see what the contracts they got, man. They get the 1 year, some got a 2 year maybe, and they're not getting the hybrid. So they're going to come here hungry. Even one of the guys said it at the press conference, I'm hungry. They don't want to play for 1 year for $1 million and that's it. They won't come here to compete, get better, and do the best they can. So next year, maybe another team like the New England Patriots did pay somebody, or Carolina pay somebody outrageous prices. That's what they're looking to do. So they're going to play their hardest, which I like.
Jess asked a pretty cool question, Jason.
Let me see. What do you guys think about Sincere McCormick? He averaged 4. Now, I thought at the beginning of the season, I was wondering why McCormick didn't start over Labe. Why was Labe on and then Sincere was not? That was my question. And then when he fumbled, that was definitely my question. So, it was, I don't know if he was still hurt. He was still kind of dealing with some injuries, but he didn't get on till like later on in the season. But I was, a lot of us were kind of wondering why not Sincere because of what he did in preseason, building up. It was a lot of weird things. Like why didn't building up to, through the preseason, he was hot 2 years in a row and then nothing. It just made no sense.
And that's the other thing I think about him too is he's been here for how many years now, and he still hasn't really. I mean, he's always injured. It seems like when was the last time he hasn't made a full season since he's been here? Correct.
No, I think this was the most regular season action he's got.
Yeah, and it was 3 games. And
he didn't take any regular season action.
He got better, but
yeah. He never played a regular season snap until that 4-game stretch.
Yeah.
We were starting to think he didn't exist. He didn't really exist.
Well, that was my thing.
I know Turf is high on him big time. He loves him. But it's like, I think he's got to come to grips that he ain't going to be around much longer. Sorry.
What's up, Gravy?
Gravy.
What's up, Gravy?
My takes on Sincere, like I was pretty critical of the guy being that, like, this is a guy who was on our roster 2 preseasons that, for me, underwhelmed. Didn't impress me at all. Against what? 3rd stringers, 4th stringers. We kept him around the practice squad. And even with our running back woes last season, he still wasn't getting game time. So there was red flag number 2. So I was just thinking, what is it? Why are we keeping this guy around if he cannot even crack the field despite our running back struggles? By hook and crook and by injury, he finally got his chance. And you know what? He proved he can play. I will give him that. Like, he actually exceeded my expectation. The stat is right there. He averaged 4-point-something yards per carry in a 4-game stretch. So fantastic. I can appreciate that. I liked what I saw. But then he gets injured again after sitting on the bench for 2.5 seasons. Like, I want to see that sustainably and more consistent, and I want to see him stay healthy. But, you've been sitting on the bench for 2.5 years, and then you play 4 games and you hurt again. I mean, come on, dog. Look, he's going to get his chance to fight it out next preseason. He's another guy who I feel like Dylan Lorby needs to exceed. Otherwise, he could potentially lose his spot to Sincere. Like, I'm rooting for the guy. Hopefully, he can play well enough to secure a spot on the roster. But if he doesn't, that's 3 seasons he's been on the practice squad. I'm not wasting any more time with him. Sorry.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, if he could stay healthy, he'll definitely be a good addition. But I'm all about just let's start this running back thing over and just start fresh, because like we have a gang of running backs on the roster, and I'm willing to trade them all for new shiny toys.
Oh yeah, I'll just wipe the whole room clean. Just give everybody Amir I might keep, but they already got another veteran in the building on that Mosat. So it's a toss up on him, but everybody else can go. Everybody can go.
What was that analogy you used on the other stream? Put him in the gas chamber or something?
Yeah.
Smoke bomb in there, right? Oh, that was me.
The stink bomb.
The stink bomb in the room, and they and then let them run out. They lock doors behind them and say, "Bye, guys."
I don't look. I want extra bodies in the door, but I don't want like quantity. Like, that's what we did last season. We got all these bodies in the door, and how did that work out? I want quality.
Yeah. Don't be surprised if a lot of these guys are not on the roster. They're like the lobbies and just a lot of our upper depth, like, because Pete's gonna swap them out with people that are a little bit hungrier and have a little bit more, because I was gonna say we've had them on our team just because that's kind of what we had, but Pete's not going for that. Pete's gonna get people about a year.
You also got to remember that AP became these guys' friend, so when he became their friend, he had a little more loyalty towards these guys, and that's not what's the worst thing to do. Become the coach, be the friend, and not the coach. So, and then plus, Telesco decide who he wants. So the team was not ran well at all.
Oh, well, that was last season. This is this season.
Pete Carroll's not going to do that. He say, well, like I said, I don't care who you are. This guy played better than you. He's starting. You sit your ass on the bench.
Are running back fumbles equivalent to QB interceptions? Turning over the ball is a no-no, just in general.
Well, the interceptions, the chance of getting a pick six, because they still on their feet, so they can get it and keep going. Fumbles, they got to literally dive on the ground most of the time. So I think interceptions are worse. Fumbles, you just stop right there. Usually, some guys pick it up and run, but more likely they fall on the ground and get it. Pick, they can 6 it on down the field.
Yeah, because it's against the run of play too, right? Everyone's going this way, and if you get an interception, he's already got the momentum going that way usually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is true. Yeah, I guess the interception would be kind of worse.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like either of the two, but if my team was to do one or the other, then I'd fumble.
Yeah. Like you said, AR, we're not gonna settle. We don't want none of this. We did too much of both of them last year. I said yesterday. But Minshew threw it to everybody but us. I just remember the Zamir fumble where I think we had lost yardage or got a penalty the play before. He breaks. He were like, yay, and then he gets hit. He fumbles like, no.
Was that against the Browns? It was against the Browns too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was early in the season. Browns. Early in the season, we were driving. It was one of those like the Minshew interceptions. It was just we were driving and then bam. But that's the thing, because it's not that
I
I
cannot
hate.
believe there were cats that really thought this guy was going to be just as good, if not better, than Josh Jacobs' record-breaking season. There really was cats out there that believed that with this guy, Samir White.
Yeah, we talked about this early, like, before the season. Like, the only thing we were worried about was the running back room, and I feel like quarterback play, or was the line. No, it was definitely the line, and both showed up to be true. So thinking about last season, I just got a dirty taste in my mouth. That's why I'm like, we were going to move on to the future, because that is gone.
Right.
That is gone. Those times are gone. Oh yeah, this is the one. Would you guys rather have a power back or speed back?
Both.
Good answer. Good answer.
But I'm telling you, Pete Carroll like that Thunder and Lightning's concept that get the power back in there and wear that defensive line down. Then you throw that speed back in there, and they're so tired they can't catch up with it. That's how he operates. But we're gonna get we're gonna draft 2 running backs. Or we get running backs. Then Pete Carroll came in that running back, we're gonna say, what the fuck is this?
One of my favorite Thunder and Lightning combinations was, and it wasn't even a Raiders running back combination. Do you remember D'Angelo Williams and Jeremy Stewart for the Panthers?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I do.
I mean, Panthers are not my team, but there was once upon a time I used to watch a lot more football than just Raider football. And when I was watching the Panthers and seeing the way they ran roughshod, like I appreciated those two.
Panthers have the second best colors in the NFL besides us. Like, we're number one. I think the Panthers have the second best.
Panthers?
Yeah, they got that blue. It's like a baby blue. Yeah. I like
light blue,
silver, and black.
Powder blue.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm biased because their colors are silver, black, and I think teal or whatever they call it. Teal.
They got that silver. The
same as
black in there, huh? Yeah. You noticed that, right?
Hey.
It's actually Panther colors, my chair.
Hey.
Realize that. Wow.
I got to get a new chair too. My cat has destroyed this chair.
Gaming chairs, man. Best investment I made when it came to my setup for streaming. Like, this is a necessity. I tell you that.
Yeah, I got one too.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a gamer. Like, you can just, if you spend more than an hour at your computer a day, I highly encourage get yourself a decent gaming chair. They're worth the investment. I bought this 5 years ago, and it's still just as good as I bought it.
Yeah, my style for Jess, I loved a power back that can pound. Well, I'll say pound the defense, and basically when it's time in the fourth quarter, we release our elusive back and just wears them the hell out, and then they're all banged up, so it's just speed is gonna kill. What I mean?
That's what I said. They'll put the power back in. Wear the defense out. Just wear the defense out. Let JPJ and guards just like lay on top of them, wear them out. By the time the second half start, they won't recuperate. Then you put that speed back in there, and then they can't even catch up to him. They're reaching for him, but he's already gone.
That's a good comp by Nabman in the chat. He said, who do we have with Wheatley? Was it Kaufman? Yeah, so Wheatley and Kaufman was the combination in 2000. That's to your point, like the speed and power. Like, well, Wheatley wasn't the strongest, he wasn't the fastest, but he ran with sheer will. And Kaufman was that speedy back. You know what I'm saying? But then after that, it was Wheatley and Gardner.
Wheatley ran with power. He didn't avoid. He wasn't shifty back. He ran at you. That's what I like.
But he wasn't the strongest. He ran. He wasn't the weakest either. But like what I'm saying is that like he wasn't the strongest. He wasn't the fastest. But to me, when I watched him play, he ran with sheer will, and that's how he made his yards. Just by
that's what I liked him. That's why I got his jersey. I had his jersey. I don't know what happened to it.
I love Whitley.
You guys know Shady McCoy? There used to be for the Eagles, LaShawn McCoy. Like real shifty, crazy work. The way he would run and just make people look stupid. Like, that's my type of running back. I love the elusive backs that just, because that's what JJ brought for us, because he could create out of the backfield. Say if he did get trapped, he could shake his way about. And that's what we need. We don't need someone like Samir that just boom. You know, it's you need someone that can create sometimes and make a hole. Because if you can make that first guy miss, you can get up out of there. You know what I mean? So that's my type.
But you know what Josh Hicks also did? He shed tackles. He'll break a tackle. Wheatley, you blow on him, he'll fall down. It's as big as you are, and as much you are flexed on your pitchers, you think you'd be short than that. You get one hit. Even a DB hit him, he'll go down. Like, Jesus, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shed those tackles. Do a spin move. Do something, because Josh Jacobs did those.
Yeah, and that's why AR, we talked about it a lot in the preseason, that's what he didn't have. He doesn't have those quick ass feet where he can, you know, we knew he was power, but his power is, it was Zamir. Because we talked about, like, we're like, that's why we weren't confident, because they weren't the same type of back. Him and Josh were
think about it. Name one move that Zamir has got.
He reminds me of a rhino that just runs into the wall, you know, like.
And I will add this. I will say stiff arm, but if you do that, you're going to drop the ball. So you could use a stiff arm.
Have you ever seen a moment where he utilized the stiff arm that made you think, wow?
No, I'm scared if he does, he's going to drop the ball again like he always do. So,
yeah. See, I actually like that. Do we get a couple power backs, and then we could release Mostert at the end of games to close it out, you know, because he's a little older, so we got to save them legs, but we get him some young power backs, just pound it.
Hey, Mostert is another guy fighting for the roster spot.
Mostert catch the ball, so he might be taking the place of Amir Abdul. He catch the ball out the backfield. So
if he can't beat out these young cats we bring in the door, then I'm rolling with the other guys. Mostert's, to me, competing for a spot. His spot ain't guaranteed.
Ooh, that's a good one too. I like that. Remember when they had Brandon Jacobs? They had Tiki Barber. What's the other guy? Bradshaw. When they had that 3-headed monster in New York. Yeah, that's what I said. That's the type of like balance we need, because they had Jacobs was that, you know, power back. You had Bradshaw was kind of like that third string back, and then you had the end of Tiki Barber, you know, which was a little bit of both, but equal balance, you know. And then you need more than just two, because it's like you want to keep your backs as fresh as possible. So because remember when back in the day, Charlie Garner, Tyrone Wheatley, Zach Crockett, even for the short yardage, you know what I mean? Yeah, John Ritchie for the, you know. So we had the 3-headed monster, so we kept our guys fresh. You know what I mean? Like, we have to do that. We tried to do it with this group that we had, but it wasn't the right balance, because we had a talent.
We weren't talented.
The talent just wasn't there.
Yeah, it was like, and there were the backs that they weren't the type that we needed. They were pretty much the same back, you know, like from what's his name from Forehead, the guy we talked about his Forehead. Madison was a bigger type of back. He wasn't that elusive, catch out of the backfield back. Zamir, bulky back, doesn't catch out of the backfield, same kind of back. It was pretty much the same types of, you know. Amir Abdullah was closest we had to like a receiving back coming out.
You know what makes me I find it funny that people, they're sad to see Madison go and they say, oh, he played good for us. It's like, what good? Being better than Zamir White is considered good. The guy still wasn't that great. He averaged 3.2 yards, which is still terrible. And we're missing that guy.
2 games, I think he had like 2 decent games for us out of
3.2 yards per carry.
Yeah.
Well,
see you later, alligator. Get up out of here. Bye.
Madison in Minnesota, he wasn't actually a starting running back. He just came in because the other guy got hurt. He was basically a backup running back, coming in certain plays. He wasn't a every down back.
Oh, that's right. Happy birthday, Chris.
No running back who averages 3.5.
Happy birthday to Chris. I forgot today was his birthday.
This Chris?
Happy birthday, Chris.
Yeah.
You try to keep it a secret, huh? Happy birthday, Chris.
You know what? I'm tired of getting older, so I'll stop celebrating birthdays. I'm just going to stop it altogether. I'm just going to
doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it
work that way. Still happens. Whether you celebrate it or not, it still happens.
I'm gonna stop time. I'm gonna stop time right now. Let's go.
Hey, where did I get my wrench
Thank
from?
you guys. Appreciate it.
Me.
Oh,
I thought I had made you one, but I guess
I'm a
not.
wrench man.
Boom. Show some love.
Happy birthday, Chris.
I appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yeah, you old fuck.
Hey, it's because I
Yeah,
got more
I've seen-
experience than you, man. Don't get jealous.
You only what 37 years old?
21 with 40 years experience.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the first time I've heard it like that.
It's a good. I like it. It's a good analogy.
Yeah. So I mean, there's no excuse for this draft not to go well. We just showed them the blueprint. I was gonna say because we do need at least 3, even if the third is a UDFA. But actually, we don't. We got Mostert. We got whoever we're gonna salvage out of. I think it's probably gonna be 1 and 1. We're gonna salvage probably 1 back out of this group that we have right now.
Okay, so my birthday present, I need 3 more subscribers to get to 100.
Let's get it.
So if I can get 3 more in there, I'll be a good birthday for him. Like a celebrate 100.
So I'm going on podcast.
That's only way I can celebrate 100. Because I don't think I'm gonna live to be 100.
Consider it done. I got
celebrate
3
that.
burner accounts I'll subscribe to.
Nice. I was gonna say we're not moving forward until we get Chris to
3 burner
above
accounts.
100.
Huh?
We're not moving forward until we get Chris to
No one
100.
will ever know who they are.
Yeah, it's
I don't
anybody.
care who you are.
If you like this draft, subscribe. We will sacrifice. Subscribe to Chris if you like this draft. How about that? You're not already
How do you punch in your name into YouTube exactly?
Chris for Raiders. I think no
With
gaps.
no spaces. No
Yeah.
spaces. Okay,
Yeah, no spaces.
gotcha.
Thank you, Lord Rochitas.
Burner account number 1.
There we go. He said burner number 1.
Burner number 2.
They have to have.
Wait a minute, that's a great analogy, Tony. That's
a great analogy.
If you have 2 or 3 girlfriends, you want them to be different. Yeah, well, that's the reason why you have a second one, a third one. Like, you want something different.
But what if they're cool individually the same way? No, just
get the same thing over and over again. Why would you want that? You want something different. You want one girlfriend that can cook good, one girlfriend that can clean good, one girlfriend that you know what good. So you have all the best women.
They're all the same.
You with the third one, you'll say, "Damn, I'm hungry." Then you'll go to the first one, so she can cook for you, and then the first one can do it. His house is 30. Then you go to the second one. So see what I'm saying? It work. You got to rotate. That's what they're gonna do. The running backs rotate girlfriends.
That feels like too many people in my house, though. I was gonna say that's too many.
That's the same house.
Oh, there you go.
That's why you get. That's why you get one of those apartment buildings that have different apartments.
Damn.
Yay! Thank you.
There you go.
Appreciate it. That's
okay, we're all out of here. Bye. Have a good day.
Jason, you get apartment with 3 different floors, right? So that way you can just take an elevator up to each floor. You get to worry about it all living together.
So I got to get 3 more jobs before that happens, or hit the lotto. Once I hit the lotto, then we'll cross that bridge when we.
If you got 3 girlfriends, you better get 4 more jobs.
100 subs is no easy feat like that.
I appreciate it, guys.
Take it from me. It took me a long time to get 100 and then to 200. Like, it's if you do it the right way and not like some busters who go out there and buy subs. You know what I mean?
There's those bots. They had to get those bots. Just screw it.
Buying subs is a buster move, and anybody who resorts to that stuff,
or they work for like me just said. They work for a company and move those subs from the other people to your thing, make you look you have a lot. So,
and doesn't it make the grind more, authentic? Don't you feel more like proud of yourself that you made it from? I remember mine started from like 3 people, and 2 of them was mine burners. One of my other accounts was my other, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, but slowly but surely it does happen. Like as long as you make a little sense, you can stack it up because the nation is strong, man. There's no way unless you think that we should have gave Jamarcus Russell another year, or do you have a take like that similar? Or you think that running backs come a dime a dozen. You know, those kind of takes. Or Minshew was the next coming of baby Jesus. But
yeah, well,
he's a chief now. That makes me so mad that because you know, like we probably could have forgave him at some point, but then I'm like, you do that to us, and then you go over there, and I swear, if Mahomes gets hurt and this clown gets in there and he beats us, that'll be just poetic. Woo! Reverse.
I don't know what you're getting mad about. I'm doing jumping jacks that he's with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Fantastic, great.
Yeah, no, I just the nerve of that.
Fantastic. I'm all for it.
Yeah, and he's over there telling our little dirty little secrets over there.
Well, I'm the secret. It's a whole new regime. This is a whole regime.
What's he gonna do? Give him a playbook? It's a whole new regime anymore.
Yeah, he couldn't even read it. Maybe he's like, what did I do wrong on this play? He said, well, you threw it to nobody. That was the first thing. There was nobody over there. Nice. Jason Downs putting it out there.
I don't know if you guys played this game in elementary school where the guy like has back turned to like a bunch of kids and he throw the ball up and whoever catches it. I forgot what they call it. That's what he did. It's like, throw the ball up, hope I got to catch it. Like,
three flies up?
He flies up, yeah. That's exactly what he did. It's like,
yeah.
Don't throw it up.
I bet, you know, just to go back to that, when he threw that first sideways fumble in that first game, I bet Mark was like, what play was that? Just out of curiosity, what play did he think it was? Because that's the question I would ask. What was going on that sideways pass to nobody?
Devontae when he was out there?
Yeah, remember he started out, he just threw it to the left, and then there was he was like, oh, as soon as he threw it, he was like, oh, and then he ran over, and then the Chargers ended up getting it. But it was like, what? Right there, I would be like, you know what? Maybe you're not ready. Maybe here, have a seat. Let's Aiden, get in there. Let's finish this. Yeah, because it was just like, what in the world? They were just somebody wasn't on the right page, and
thanks.
It looked bad.
Shock Bowers, thanks. This is my last birthday. I'm not celebrating next year, so I'm done with that.
Hey. I keep mine a secret too, so don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. So you got some love.
I got it. In Raider Nation, that's all about love, man. We're family. We're all about the love.
My birthday's May 20th. Anyone wants to send me Raiders tickets, I'll take them.
Gotcha.
I'll be out.
My birthday. Don't bother me.
I'll be out of town that day. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, get out there at least once.
How are you guys about the rest of free agency? We just bulk this line up somehow, some way. If it's through trade, if it's whoever's out there and in free agency.
Most going to trade draft picks. No, I don't want to trade anybody in draft picks.
No. I think at this point it's just going to be whatever we can get in the draft is going to help our old line. I don't think we're going to be making any more moves. I don't see us doing anything else.
I had this theory, like when I last went live, that they didn't overspend this draft, and the reason being, I feel like maybe this year is a transitional year, and they know that. So they're like, all right, well, let's just see how we go with our own draft first, and then when we're in a better position to sign marquee players to bolster our team to really push us over top, then we will spend. Because right now, as it stands, like we're kind of we're likely going to be between 5 and 7, 8 win team until proven otherwise, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you look at Spike, this is his first time being an actual general manager.
So maybe they're holding costs there.
You don't want to look bad, like going to overspend and get this, and we still win 5 games last year. I mean,
because if you overspend this year, then you can't overspend next year, right?
Right. I'll say you just get because Pete Carroll, they want their style of players in the system. They don't, and so does Chip Kelly. They want their style of players in the system. This kind of guys I like to run the offense with. This kind of guy I like to run defense with. They trying to get those guys in here. They can't do all in 1 year. It takes a couple of years for it to happen. Because remember, Pete Carroll did build a national championship at USC. It took him 2 years. Same thing with Seattle. It took them a couple of years before they became a Super Bowl team. So he has to build a floor. I know he has 3 years to do this, maybe 4, but he's setting a blueprint to build this team.
Everybody's killing Minshew in the chat. I love it. Let's see.
What's up, 805?
Yeah,
Like I said, we gonna cut him anyway because they're gonna put me boogers on that football. They're gonna cut him.
Oh, Minshew, damn it! Who did you have this football? So wiping it, wiping it off. Like
the ball's gonna say, "Ew, we got boogers on the ball."
Yeah. He's all wiping it on. I'm like, dude, come on. Yeah,
Go to Kelsey, wipe on his back. Here, Kelsey, take the boogers off.
Yep. Someone that's I've heard this name for years when we were looking for offensive coordinators, and we finally got him. Chip Kelly.
We should have him a couple years ago, but he said, "Hell no, I'm not coming there."
Yeah. That's a shit show over there. Hell no.
I'm still gonna hold fast.
It's just funny how bringing in
What was that, Jim?
it's just funny how you get the right head coach and you can bring in other talented coaches. You know, you weren't going to get that with AP as a head coach. I mean, you were getting washed ups and has-beens. You know, holdovers from the current regime. You know, from the previous regime.
Right. I mean, look, on paper, it seems like the right move, and we're paying him to be that good. But I'm still going to wait. I want to see it translate on the field. I want to see it take shape rather before I crown this guy as all this and all that. Like, yes, I know he's accomplished a lot at the collegiate level. He had as a head coach, you could probably lean more towards a failure of a tenure. His 2 tenures in the league.
No, I don't think so. I'll backtrack that. His first 2 years with the Philadelphia Eagles, man, nobody could stop that offense. It's just that when he started getting rid of their key players, that's when he started falling. Go to Frisco, he wanted to do this, and they told him hell no, so he failed there. So he did pretty good in his first 2 years. I mean, Philadelphia was like an unstoppable offense. They scored like 30-something points a game. It was like unstoppable.
Shady McCoy.
It fell off the last year, and then he went to the Niners and won 2 games, less than AP.
I was gonna say that team was crap too. I was gonna say that era of their football was not a good one because I was gonna say they were pretty much with us of not doing too well, and then they just took off. Niners started taking off, and I mean, how many championships have they, gotten in that time too? So all those playoff wins.
But to your point, Chris, like I do remember, like I actually watched the first game of the Eagles under Chip Kelly and his new being the head coach and the new regime and the new style of football that they brought. And I remember watching it, I'm thinking, wow, like I really like what they're doing, like a lot of like motions and like play action and just the way they ran the ball. Like I liked what I saw. So I'm hoping that I can get that same kind of feeling when he takes over as our offensive coordinator. All I'm saying is that like I'm gonna wait to see it translate first before I'm a full-time believer.
Yeah, me too. Well, Chip Kelly eventually won't be a head coach back in the NFL. That's his goal. So he's not going to crap the bed, as offensive coordinator. So he's going to do his best, get the best players in, the best system. So if a head coaching job come up, because head coaching goes in order. It was a head coach, the OC. Usually the OC get the next head coaching job. So he's hoping that happens and that falls in his lap. I think. Okay. I'm not sure, but
he's definitely good too for I like Chip because he's fresh with college and stuff like that too. So he's kind of like the ear to the college players for Pete, because Pete's been out of the the college scene for a minute. So we got someone that's been there, just won a national championship there, has played some of the best competition there. So he knows who the top players are, because they had to battle through that college playoff playing some of the best teams, the best players out there. So he's going to know some of the other players that are up and coming too. So I like that part of it too.
Thank you, Ray Newline. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll see. That's how to get their players in. Like I said, 2 years. I expect 2026 to be they on CBS Sports and all that stuff. The Raiders are predicted to go to Super Bowl or something like that. You know what I mean? Right. Or play Super Bowl contenders.
26 or 27 is when I expect us to be good, and if we're not good by then that's not good enough.
That's what I expect.
I can live with this year being a transitional year as long as there's hope that we can be we're trending upwards. You know what I'm saying? Not like last year when it was just looked like we were just the last 3 years have not looked promising at all. Like I just want us to have some hope for the future, and if we can get that. Even if it's not even if we're more on the losing side than the winning side, like I'm not saying that I'm okay with it, but like say we win 7 games or 8 games, you know what I'm saying? Like as long as there's hope that we can start to keep building and go the right way, if we're good 26, 27, like that's good enough for me. Anything more than that, unacceptable.
I don't mind losing games. I mean, I do mind losing. I don't want to lose no games, but if they lose a game on a last minute field goal, okay, well we lost that because of field goal. But I don't want to see him lose game over stupid shit like bad, like coach, make the call the timeout, challenge the play, do the right thing. AP didn't do that. Losing like games on dumbass decisions. I'm like, come on now. Well, no more of that.
We just need to be trending up.
Yeah, I think Mosley signed too. Tom Brady, Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, Patrick Graham. Sounds like a great fucking coaching staff. Despite Brady not being a coach, he has a say so. Right. Yeah, I was gonna say, like AR said, it looks good on paper, man. But let's see what, because we're still building, we're still putting pieces together. So, and like I said, it's March. You know what I mean? We have a ways to go. Mm-hmm. Definitely got a ways to go. Mr. Downs.
All right, gang, I'm going to head to bed. So I'm getting late for me, and I appreciate you having me on. Thanks for the invite, Jason. Chris, Jeff, you always know what time it is. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, it's always good to see you, man. You know that. I love being on the panels with you,
Oh, yeah.
Congrats on the 100 subscribers. Let's get you to 500, and then hopefully you'll get to 1K in no time, right?
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks so
much. It's a process. Like Jeff did it in emphatic fashion, and I can appreciate that. Like it took me, I started doing Raider content semi-consistently 2021, and I only just got to 1K like at the end of last year. So it can take a while, but slowly and surely you'll get there.
I'm not mad because I started in January, and this is now mid-March, so let's move along.
Yeah, keep doing anything the right people find you.
Do your thing, and the more visible you are, too, that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's get Chris and AR some love, man. Let's get them some, because I mean they believe, man. I rock with them. I rock with all you guys for this reason, that you are here try to better the team, to be there for the nation, man. To give us a platform where we could come and talk about when we do something wrong or we do something good. Like no matter what it is, we can all come together, and we see, for the most part, we see the same thing. So I can rock with you guys all day long, and that's why we do this shit. So,
Well, when Jeff does his live, and I'm with him a lot of times during the daytime, there's one thing we don't talk about. There's one thing we really don't need to discuss. You know what that is? Rumors.
Oh,
I hate rumors. I don't want to hear rumors. I want to hear somebody, did he sign or not? Yes or no?
Yeah. I want facts. I want sure notification. I don't feed off those people that just put out that clickbait bullshit.
Yeah,
that's not my style.
Because they say the rumor has it that he's in the building. Is he actually in the building? Who told you? My source. Who's your source?
Yeah, my source. Yeah. My dog told me.
If I say something, it'll be like, I've heard this. I don't know how true it is. I don't know if I trust the information, but this is what I'm hearing. I don't come out and say, hey, did you hear this today? This is what I heard this is happening. No, I ain't saying that shit. No, that's not me. That's not me, and that's not Chris. I know Chris well enough now that he's not going to come out and say that. I mean, yeah, there's times where you might see something and it seems like it's coming from a legit source.
Yeah.
Somehow it's not real. It popped up yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it, Jason or Chris, but the whole Howie Long leaving Fox Sports and he's going to come supposedly coach for the team. It's like, there's no way that's fucking happening.
Yeah, they're getting clicks off us right now. I noticed that, like, they know how hungry we are for certain positions, certain players, and they're using that just to get clicks. You know what I mean? Just like, hey, Burrow unhappy at the Bengals, and he would love to see himself in silver and black. That's the rumor from sources, and then we ride that, we talk about it, they get us going, and then Burrow signs a extension for it's like that's how this shit's been going this year.
But all you're doing is you're validating some idiot's fucking stupid ass fucking made up story on something, and everybody and their brother starts reposting it, and then it just takes traction, and next thing you know that's the big talk out there, even though it's not even the real deal. It's like, I don't fall for that shit. Absolutely not. As soon as I saw that about Howie Long, the first thing I said, that's not real. That's good. That's bullshit. My son brought it up before we were on the show yesterday. He goes, I want to bring that up. I said, dude, that is not real. I said, you want to bring it up? That's on you. I'm not following you on that note. I said, you want to bring it up? You're dying on that sword, buddy. I'm not going to back you up on that.
I mean, you got to
bring it up.
Like that Burrows thing. You got to be realistic. You think Cincinnati going to let him walk? No. They're not going to trade him and let him walk. They're going to sign him to a contract. Rumor that he would. Okay, no matter where he wants to go, the team's not going to let him go. So I don't go for them rumors.
Yeah, we just have to draft our version of whatever players we respect and love in this game. We just have to do a better job of drafting those type players. So we get them on the cheap contracts, and we ain't got to pay them when they go to other teams and we want them. We just got to start drafting them.
Yeah, Mosley's still available. CJ Mosley, he hasn't signed anybody yet. He's still out there. They got a few linebackers still out there.
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Rumor has it. We're going to leave this one on for a while just to start some. Much like, did you hear? Andy Reid is banging my homie's wife. From a source. From a source.
From a good source.
An unnamed source.
Have good sources that say.
Yeah. I'll believe it,
Yeah, the source is Mahomes' brother, that little twerp.
He's Belichicking his wife. Hey.
Yeah.
Patrick, don't hate me. We're just having fun, brother. Just having fun. I'm sure they say worse stuff about us. I can only imagine.
Yeah, really. Just a quick note, everybody that's on my channel or in my channel right now, make sure you make your way over to Raider Nation Jasin. Get over to his channel. If you're not subbed yet, make sure you sub to his channel. Follow him. Hit the notification on there too. Same thing for Chris. Everybody knows Chris. Chris for Raiders. Make sure you do the same for both of them. Get Chris's subs up. Get Jason some love and attention here. How far off are you, Jason?
I think I'm like you. I need the watch hours, so that's what I've been doing. If you guys see these crazy shorts and all this kind of stuff, I'm trying to do these motivationals, but it's still a work in progress. But I'm putting these little things out just to get the watch time up. But I'm gonna do the work. Like I said, Jeff has motivated me to nothing less than 9-hour streams of going hard in the paint.
Well, if you need a partner in crime, I'm like me and Jeff. Jeff, home all day. You can hit me up, say, "Man, I'm gonna do a live. You want? I need to watch hours too." So,
yeah, every time I go, let's go. We'll go.
Hit me up.
I will give you a hint, and I got this from Afakasi, and man, it changed things overnight for me. It's tough when you have a lot of people in your panel. It's tough to do. But if you're doing things alone, or if there's like 2 or 3 of you, do it in the vertical. So it registers on the phone better, and it gets pushed through as a YouTube short. Or a shorts feed is how it comes over. And 90% of people watch YouTube on their phone nowadays anyway. Not it's not like a high percentage do it on the computers or Actually, I think if I look back through my metrics, more people watch YouTube on their TV than they do on their computer under my metrics report. So to switch to that version, when you're going to go on by yourself, like I said, or at least no more than 3 people, keep it to that vertical. And because it feeds to a different metric or a different algorithm, and that'll pull people into. They might only be on for a few seconds, but you'll see your viewer numbers jump from, something that you had, say, 50 viewers for, and all of a sudden you're at the 2, 3, 400, 500. I've done, I think it was a Saturday show. I did a Saturday show, and I had like just under 20,000 views in one show. It gave me like 200 and something viewers hours. It's ridiculous how fast the numbers jump.
Yeah,
like that makes a big difference.
Yeah, you were grinding too. You were putting in time, and like you said, it was a good, beautiful time.
Yep. The more exposure you get out there, putting yourself out there, and and interacting with the chat, man, that is, I found that is to be the biggest thing. It's interacting with the chat so they don't feel like they're being ignored. Good sound quality. The video not so much. I mean, it helps, but the big thing is the voice. If they can't hear you, that'll kill your stream. People will stop leaving in the view the way you do it.
Definitely.
The other thing I did, I spent a lot of time reading up on the metrics and what affects it, and a lot of the back room type stuff that makes a difference in what you do. Like I looked over those analytic sheets like crazy, just trying to pinpoint the time zones, like what hits best at certain points of the day. Where's my stuff being pushed to, city wise, country wise, and cater your time frame towards that too. A lot of that shit makes you don't think it does, but man, it makes a big difference. I made sure I did my homework because I didn't want this to fail, and it paid off. Definitely did.
Yeah, because I'm looking at mine. I have more people watching this live on a phone than you do on computer. So the phone, the computer, and then TV, then tabs. So we can see where they're watching it from. So most watching on a phone, you might as well do the vertical so they can see it better.
Definitely. So yeah, I started doing the shorts and stuff like that too, just to get, because someone said also, just putting your face out there so the face becomes familiar. So I was doing all these crazy ass versions of different stuff, and then I'm gonna turn them into motivationals too, just in the meantime. But for now, it's juicy times right now because we got a lot going on. I appreciate this question too. It says, I like the Raiders are real quiet right now. It's a nice change of pace from AP letting the rest of the league know our next move. Now, this stuck out to me in a way because I would always say that, like, I'm not going to tell the other team what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, unless we're going to do it, unless you're going to do it to them. But you're going to have to guess. You're going to have to see. And by that time, I want to be up at least 2 scores on you by the time you figure it out. So that's, I like that. They're not going to tell you what the game plan is. You're going to have to figure it out. You know?
Yeah, AP go out there and say, we're going to run the ball.
You're going
to run the ball. We're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball. Okay, he's saying it, but you're not doing it. And other teams knows you're going to run the ball, so they're going to stack the box. They're going to wait for you to try to run the ball with the worst running back room in history.
Yeah.
And you're not doing it. So be quiet.
It's fine if you want to say that when we're a complete dominant team and there ain't nobody that can stop us, and you're going to sit there and say, we're going to run the ball. Yeah, no shit, you're going to run the ball. You guys are unstoppable. Of course you're going to run the ball. Yeah. That's nothing new. But when you can't run the ball and you come out and say, we're going to run the ball, the team's like, okay,
go ahead, try it.
Yeah, with who? They're like, with who? Yeah. They're like, who? Yeah. Who's going to run? Zamir, Zeus, Medicine.
Yeah. So
Nothing cheesy about hype videos. I love hype videos. I love Raider hype videos, of course. It's that reset. When you get that first Raider, once the teams all together and all that, they do that hype video before the season starts, and then it's like, oh, we're here. It's the reset. You know what I mean? I can't wait for it. Because we're looking right now in March at this roster. Still got some work to do, but let's revisit this thing in August and see where we are.
If they really wanted to go out there and just blow all their money on these guys, they could have done it easily. But they're saying, no, we're not doing that.
And I've said this on our shows, Chris, and I said it here already once earlier with Jason. I think just before you came in, this free agency group was not the best. I mean, it was one of the weakest ones in a long time. Even next year, I look forward in the listing for next year. Even next year is not that great. The fortunate thing is, which is why I think there's not a lot of free agent moves, because it really hasn't been. It's been more re-signing your own guys, not a lot of free agents moving from team to team. Is that this draft is just deep. There's so much in this draft, except for quarterback. I think quarterback's the weakest position. But there's so much talent on the skill positions, running back, wide receiver. There's just so much.
Yeah.
So I think teams are just waiting for the draft at this point now, and I think that's our next position is just wait for the draft, and if we can move around the draft board, I'm fine with that too. The more picks, the better, and that's Pete Carroll's style.
I think that's going to be guys get ready for a roller coaster ride. This draft's going to be crazy. There's going to be a lot of moving around in this draft because, like I said, quarterback class, and then plus some teams already got their quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers. There's going to be a lot of moving around.
I mean, the best thing that can happen for us, to be honest with you, is Sanders and Ward both go way before we pick. And then we either take the best player available, regardless of position, or we trade back. That's it. I think that's the way to go, is to trade back, just like Jason did in the draft we did a little while ago.
Yeah,
trade back.
If Sanders is there, do you know they're going to take him? More like, I think they will.
Unfortunately,
now that I start thinking about it, maybe not. Maybe they won't take Sanders because they got Geno Smith. If they didn't have Geno Smith, they would.
They don't.
If they didn't have Geno Smith, they would take him automatically. But I don't know. Maybe do we need him? No, they're gonna sit for 2 years.
In fact, did we figure out if we owe him that bonus, or is it Seattle?
I don't know. I haven't heard shit on that.
I'm looking for it.
That's what I'm a little nervous at. I don't know.
Yeah.
What the deadline is.
Because remember they were saying they would be.
You know what? Thanks. I appreciate the opportunity to possibly come up, but see you later. And he walks out the door, and now we're fucked.
Exactly. That's why taking Shedeur would be responsible. But would you rather Dart, like if he does move up a little bit more after the pro day?
I still would rather have Dart, but that also means at this point we're going to be going with ALC 12 to start. You got to start him at this point. So Chip Kelly has to work his magic, and Olsen, if they're supposedly the quarterback whisperers and can make it work with anybody, he said it himself. Chip Kelly said it in that little interview after he was named at the UFC. Then prove your point. Do it with O'Connell. Get him to where you think he needs to be to perform in your offense. And if he does great, then guess what? Number one, I was right. Jason, I know is you're an AOC guy, right?
Yeah, I love AOC. I think
you were right.
Gino
I was right.
Definitely up.
I know that'll be right.
Like definitely an upgrade. So I'm glad at least they solved that part. We don't have to do the AOC protest anymore. But it's good having him at least as the backup. He's been with the team for a while, so just in case something happens, I'm okay with him until we figure something else out.
Yeah.
Well, remember Wentz was under Chip Kelly. He did wonders with him. So
yeah, is Wentz still with KC? Because that's where he was like last year. I was wondering that too.
Don't know, but I'm saying
I know he was a free agent. So if they brought Geno Smith in, then they're not bringing They're not bringing him back.
No, I'm saying Winston great under Chip Kelly was at the Philadelphia Eagles, so we can do that with him. Because Winston was supposed to be like one of those quarterbacks, and he wasn't. But Chip Kelly made him look good because he had built the offense around him. That's what Pete Carroll said. We're gonna build the team around the quarterback. So whoever the quarterback it is, that's what we're gonna build a team around.
Yeah, I think. See, that's we kind of won't know until it seems like they string us out until salute Alpha One.
No, we're gonna find out at about 12 o'clock tonight. That's what the Raiders do.
hey, just like McDaniels found out like the late night.
I found out, late at night. Like, you're fired, huh? I'm taking my kids trick or treating. Well, guess what? Come back home because you're fired. Come get your stuff. Bring some candy too while you're at it.
Yeah, Alpha One. We were talking about that was if say Gino just decides to just, I guess, 1 year. We say 1 year, and then walk instead of getting the extension. But if he gets the extension, then he's locked in. But I think it's kind of been quiet on that front. So, we're trying to see what's going to go on because they were saying that there's 10 million that either somebody's responsible for.
16.
Oh, 16. So even worse, or, so yeah, we want to know who's responsible for that 16 mil. Is it Seattle? Because remember, at first we thought they were covering that 31 million or whatever it was, but
yeah,
I guess that's not so, or we don't know. Who knows?
Like I said, we'll find late tonight because they're notorious for doing that.
Gino and Sanders link up. Oh, I was going to say the Giants. So, with Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson, as of now, I think still not being on the team, the Giants are the team that I'm looking at to see which one of them goes there. Because Kirk Cousins stayed with Atlanta.
Thank you, Captain Jack. Appreciate it.
Which for them is responsible, because that's too much money. They're going to hope that he has a second, better second year coming off that injury.
Hey, Cap.
Salute. Josh, salute. Yeah, I think we have to have Gino actually put pen to paper today.
Oh, you have to. It's a deadline today.
Yeah, because then we'll know how to build. Because that 6th pick will matter if he's extended or if this is just a rental.
You know what'll happen?
Oh, go ahead.
This happens every time. After we're done here, I'm probably going to go get on the recliner and I'm probably going to fall asleep. It'll happen while I'm asleep. And that's usually what happens.
Yeah, but
there's been many times in the past few weeks where I would fall asleep and I would wake up and my phone will have blown up from text messages, Instagram messages. All of a sudden I look on YouTube and there's like 8 people on. And I'm like, all right, something's going on. I read the first message and I go, motherfucker.
It happened to us. Who's on live? We said nothing happened there. We'll wrap it up. We signed off. I'll go in the house. We signed Adam Butler. We just got off the goddamn line. You feel like, what the?
We were on live doing, just doing a free agent thing, watching or whatever. And we get off literally 10 minutes later. The Raiders re-signed Butler. And I'm like, really? I wanted to stay on until the top of the hour, and it ended up being 5 o'clock. But we logged off at like 10 minutes to 5. And at 5 o'clock, the news came out. I'm like, God damn it! I'm not getting it back. I was already sitting on the recliner, nice and comfy. I'm like, nope, boom, I'll deal with it later. And I just knocked off for like 4 hours.
Pull up Jeffrey. He knows what's going on. Pull up Jeffrey's thing at the bottom. He knows what's going on.
Let me see.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
But you talking about this one?
No, all at the bottom.
No, for sure.
All at the bottom.
Appreciate that one too, sir.
See, he knows what's going on.
Hey, not a
day. 21-year-old I've ever met.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Do you understand?
Yes. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
4 p.m. Eastern bonus supplies. At 4 p.m. Eastern, the roster bonus supplies of 16 million. Yeah, see, that's what that.
Yeah, but who covers it? Is it us or Seattle? It's like,
I'm not sure. I was going to say, I'm not sure if he's talking to you, Chris. You're so young.
I know. Who do you call the old man? Thanks, Jack. Captain Jack.
And I think that's probably why we haven't made any other moves in free agency, because we really don't know how much money we have left until we decide what's going on with this issue with Gino. You know, I mean, we could be on the hook for more than we thought, or we could be getting a break. You know, so if it ends up being that we're on the money for, you know, on the hook for more money than we thought initially, we can't go and overspend. You know, because now we got an issue.
Right.
You know, that could be a lot to do with why we haven't made moves. You know, but people don't see that way sometimes. Some of the fans, like, well, we're not doing enough. We should be getting more players. Well, we gave up a 3rd round pick for this guy. We got to make sure that this is legit first. You know, it's like, calm down. It'll be okay. Don't go into panic mode. That's the other thing. Some people are so quick to pull the panic plug.
Man, they panic quickly. We're not doing enough. We didn't sign them. We let this guy walk. I said, well, they have a plan what they're doing. They can't just go out and just do money out.
I wouldn't have. As somebody asked me last night, I wouldn't have done the 11 mil for Spillane.
I think Jason asked you last. Jack asked you last night. Would you?
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it.
Spillane. I said no, not for that much.
Yeah, and then like there's still players that these big ass contracts that are going to get cut. You know what I mean? That's what I was like, damn, that is true. So they're probably waiting for stuff to, you know, because there's good talent. It's not like those guys aren't talented. It's just that contract's a little hefty, you know, for what they're trying to do. Yep. So, you know, some people have to go, and we can definitely benefit off that.
Some of the bigger named players. Well, moves happened after teams cut guys. You know, after players ended up as a free agent because they got cut, not because they were part of the free agent pool to begin with. You know, they got caught on Wednesday, and now all of a sudden everybody's like, "Ooh, that guy's now available." You know, like Devontae gets cut, he jumped to the head of the line at wide receivers as far as the best available wide receiver out there. You know, because he's definitely better than anyone else that was available. You know, Diggs coming off a major injury. Godwin had a legit shot to go sign back with Tampa. He's injury prone. Keenan Allen, same thing, injury prone. Amari Cooper, too much of a headache. You know, so automatically Devontae jumped right ahead of everybody. You know, it only made sense. And he was one of the first ones going also. Next thing you know, boom, the Rams grab him and sign him.
So $48 million. That's
around.
So we could do a lot, but you know,
that's fine. We can only just hope that Stafford gets hurt at some point. Nothing major, just misses a game or two. And Garoppolo has to go in there and throw a ball to Devontae, and he throws him a coffin ball, and he gets fucking hammered.
You see, I
can see Garoppolo. You know, that's what you get for talking shit about me, motherfucker, and then just throw it so he can't.
Call me a bitch again, huh?
Yeah. Oh, we can only hope. Hey, they're like, before we play together, Jimmy, we got to get it on. You set me up to die. Vic Tafer rumors. Gino deal is 3 years, 30 million, 10 mil a year. That's what he heard yesterday. If true, that's the deal.
But I'm not buying that until I see it.
Yep.
If that is the legit deal, if that's what they come up with for a figure, at 10 mil a year, you should make. And a 3rd round pick, that's what it cost us. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah. I'm happy with that.
If that's the true, if that really is the contract, if that comes to fruition, oh boy.
Yeah, because I heard somewhere they were talking about between 30 and 35. Okay.
Yeah, see, I don't know if that was annual though. They might have been saying that.
No. I'm talking about this 3 years, 35 million, not 30 a year. Yeah, total.
That'd be crazy.
Again, that's what Sam Donald was going to want. He wanted ridiculous money.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, he got 33.
Does that change? Does that change him? His value pretty much. Like since Sam Darnold signed for 30 mil, does that kind of bring him to around the same, or maybe 35 or something like that? What do you guys think? 32?
Well, Sam Darnold signed for 33.
Oh,
for
okay.
3 years. So if they say we 35, I'm cool with that too, because that's still not like $100 million. So Sam Darnold wanted $50 million. That's what he originally wanted.
Yeah,
And
he did it. He did it in a good division too, like a pretty solid, especially defensive division. So curious to see what he'll do on this side for sure.
Who, Sam?
No, well, not just him, but even Gino. Gino did it in a pretty good division in the NFC West.
Oh yeah,
and so
he got
going against like a lot of good defenses over there. So that's what I said. I think he should be okay over here. Should be okay. And then watch right after this. Gino's unhappy and chooses to go somewhere else and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Well, he can't go anywhere because he's still we traded for him, so he's still on a contract. Next year he can leave, but he can't leave now.
Well, technically, he would go back to Seattle because that's who his contract's with. He's still under contract with them until we sign.
Yeah,
until he signs with us. So if he reneges, he goes back to Seattle. We get our third rounder back.
We get Henderson and Judkins.
I mean, that's the way it sounds like it should work. I don't know the true legalities of it, but I believe that's how that would work. He would go back to Seattle. We get our pick back, and now they got two quarterbacks they got to worry about.
They pay all that money too.
Yeah. Oh, they got to trade him to someone else.
Because with Aaron Rodgers and I think Russell Wilson still out there, right? Even though it's not the best option, but it's like I think they're both on wait and see mode of kind of how
if it got to that point where we had to make a decision again, if Gino does back out, I would be back on the Aaron Rodgers thing, but that's only going to be for a year or two tops. That's not going to be anything long term. Now you're going to have to grab like a Shador in the first round at number 6 if he's there. Because you're going to have to bring somebody in behind him to learn.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that would be the move. And see, that's what I say. This matters. Like we kind of thought it was already sold up, but we're going to see how this goes.
Yep.
Like I said, we're gonna sign off, go eat dinner, do what we're gonna do. Then we're gonna get a text later on tonight, like, "Oh, ready to sign Geno Smith." They do that. I don't know why they do it, but they do it all the time.
Yeah. No, it's going to be watch. And then the news after that, we overpaid. Let me see. I know we definitely not going under. Well, yeah, I hope so. Not underpaid, but I mean, like something decent where he's happy, we're happy. It didn't break the bank, but we still got wiggle room because we do have to secure that position first off before anything. Get that done. Bulk this lineup. Get the line set, and then draft our weapons. Simple as that.
Thanks, Big One of 83. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll show some love. So I guess we got to get off of here to let the magic happen.
Pretty much. So when you sign out, just go and take a nap, pretend like you sleep, and then something will happen.
Yeah, and then
I'm telling you, watch. I'll as soon as my eyes shut or I get real comfortable, my phone's gonna start dinging. I fucking put money on it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Never fails.
Alert.
Never fails.
Breaking news.
Can never be on when something big breaks, or something, something good breaks for the team. It's always after my, I'm reading the inside of my eyelids every goddamn time.
Yeah.
When Jeff sleeps, that's when the magic happens.
So he's the key to our success. Everybody told Jeff to go to bed. He's the key to our success.
That's why free agency has been going so slow, guys. We're gonna
he's always up. He's always
been on here all the time.
Stay offline for a couple of years.
Hey, we get it. That'd be so crazy. When Jeff sleeps.
Hey, Chris, after we logged off last night, I don't know if you stayed up and went online or was looking for YouTube. I left Oz. I shut that down, and I went right over to Raider Ben, and I was on with Ben for like another hour and a half or so.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Well, I saw he was still on, so I jumped in with him. I don't mind hanging with him on a Saturday night, you know.
that when I was with the
Been
bed.
there shooting the shit for a little bit, you know.
I passed out. I was in there drinking my celebratory drink, so I went to bed.
Well, I sent him a message on Instagram. I said, "How much longer are you going to be on for?" He goes, "Oh, about 30 minutes." I said, "All right, I'll be over in a second." And then I was there, and then we just started talking. An hour and a half later, he's still on. It was like 3:30 my time when we got off.
You, my friend, are a madman.
Hey, it's crazy, you know, when you say like, "Hey, I'm only going to be on for just a couple minutes, guys," and like 9 hours later, like, "Oh, damn, we're still here." But it be like that because there's so much to talk about, really.
There's so much to talk about, and that just tells you how much fun you have, and that you're just oblivious to how long you've been on. Like I just looked up now at how long I've been here, and I didn't even think it was that long, to be honest with you, until I just looked now.
And the crazy part about all this is the off season. When the race season start, that's the crazy part, you know. Like, oh my God.
Well, see, the thing is, here you've got all this time to talk about it, you know. Whereas comes the season, you've got 6 days. You know, you've got from the end of the game that just happened until, you know, nobody's up early first thing Sunday morning talking about it. So you have until Saturday night beforehand, which is why we started our show, Chris. So we can be like one of the last shows that actually talk about the Raiders, you know. So you've got limited time to talk about a specific subject. Now you've got weeks of free agency talk, and then by about a week, 2 weeks before the draft, you start talking more about the draft. People are going to be doing mock drafts and so on down the line. So that stretches out for a few weeks, you know. And then after the draft, you're going to have all the analysis that people are going to come on and do. You know, what did you grade our pick for this and that? And then that's another whole set of content. It's probably not going to be until probably mid to late May. I don't know how it was last season. Mid to late May before things kind of just start coasting then at that point. Now the content's going to be stale until the first OTA hits. And you start getting reports from, you know, the Raider camp as to what's going on. And then it'll hit another little hush time. You know, and then once training camp opens, forget it. That's when all the news is going to stop flying up.
It's coming back right away. Yeah, I'm going up to buy beer, I think. I got to get my new ID card, the fake one. So I was drinking beer. I was drinking this stuff right here.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
So
I like the incentivized contracts. I like playoff incentivized contracts. Like, say, if you make the playoffs, you get an extra $5 million bonus. Now you're going to make guys want to play. You know what I'm saying? I love those kind of bonuses.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, if you make this, or if you get, say, 5 picks, you get this much bonus, meal or extra meal or something, you know, like just something to make people play, because people play for money. Anything you put where you can gain some more money, you're going to play just a little bit harder. You're going to, when you need to dig deep, you're going to think about whatever you need to do to motivate yourself. And that's enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me 10 sacks, you get extra $1 million on your contract. Get that 10 sack.
All that. Because, you know, then it's just not playing like whatever. It's like, you know, not really playing for nothing. Even though, you know, not everyone's like that. People play because they love the game. They got heart like that. But, you know, it just, everybody needs a little extra. You know, just a little something to dig deep for.
Well, that's what Brady said. He wants players that want to play and not get paid. So that's what they're going to get. That's why he got these young guys under these 1 or 2 year contracts, and they're not paying the bank, because they want to play. They also want to get paid, but they want to play.
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't think that's the biggest sin of the state tax, and that's not a big sin of some of these players. They make too much money to even worry about it.
Definitely so.
When you're making millions of dollars, like the little income tax, like don't even notice it. People like us, we see the hit, but they don't.
Yeah. Give me 30 million. Bet nobody will know it.
Right?
You know, because I'm not gonna change my lifestyle. I'm gonna live the same way, just a little bit more tactical.
I doubt that.
I know.
I say the same thing. I get that much money, I'm not gonna change my lifestyle. Shh. Watch me buy
If I had
house.
30 mil, I wouldn't be living where I'm at now.
Watch me buy a 15
I'd go buy a
bedroom house.
massive compound somewhere and give each family member their own house. My
I'll
daughter
buy
and her husband have their own house. My son and his wife and my granddaughter have their own house. I give my mother her own little place next to ours. And we would just gate the whole thing off. That's it. Stay out of my property.
That's right.
Move out to like Montana somewhere and build like a big compound.
Oh,
I'm not going to start a cult. So don't everybody say that.
Start a cult.
Go out there with Stafford and Brady. You know, Montana.
Yeah. Just coincidentally at the same place at the same time.
Just happened to be at the same. Just hey, look who I bumped shoulders with, man.
Oh, look, we're both skiing at the same place. Oh, we're at a fundraiser together. Oh no, hi, how you doing?
That's good, because that's what that's not a good idea. About an old military base that slows down or old college, build around there. That's not bad. Or go and buy a 25
buy season tickets too, and my own private jet to fly me back and forth.
Do like MC Hammer did, buy a 25-bedroom mansion, but it has no family. Like, we got all these bedrooms, so we're not gonna ever see all these bedrooms.
Yeah,
stupid.
Nope. I would let each one of my kids plan out how they want to build their house. Here's the money for it. Tell me how much it costs. We'll pay for it. Never have to work another day of your life. My grandchildren would be set for college. Be done. Then I'll go to Mark Davis and say, "Hey, I want to be part owner."
Nice. I got $5 million right now. Just put it in somewhere. Let it.
I'll take a 0.5%. I don't care.
Yeah, that's 10 years from now. You're gonna be balling.
Yeah, Raider Rebel. I'm gonna make a darkness retreat at the compound.
Converted his money into a larger bonus if extended. Yeah, that's good too. If they put it in most of the signing bonus instead of the
signing bonus is paid for by the owner. That's not part of the contract.
That's smart.
Yeah. Tell Mark got to come out of pocket, Mark.
Yeah.
You know, make it work.
I don't hit the cap at all.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
I know. It's always something, Jack. You know, it's always something. It's always some drama going on. You know, it can't just be a smooth signing where Gino's just like, I'll take, you know what, for the better of the team, I'll take 27 million. Let's stack this team up, and you know, but Gino wants his money too. So
I'll take 27 million, but I want another 3 million in signing bonus. Okay, Mark digs in his pocket. There you go. Done.
Yeah, Mark. That's when we need Mark. Hey, you know when like you're at the grocery store, you get all this stuff you want, and then he's like, Mom, I mean, it's only $7. You know, it's only $12 or whatever it is. That's when we need Mark. We need Mark. Hey, this guy, we need about 3.5 mil X for the signing bonus. Mark, can we? Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Okay, so bam. Okay, Mark, that's it. We'll call you. We'll call you when we need you. Thank you.
Guys, it's been a pleasure. I got a sound. My wife's texting me like, where you at? It's your birthday. Damn it, get in the house.
Oh yeah, man. Celebrate today, man. Enjoy yourself today.
I appreciate you guys getting me to over 100. All my Raider family guys, everybody's family. So I appreciate that. Guys, that's a good present for me. Jason, we'll see. Like I said, if you on a daytime or whatever, anytime you want to co-host, you can hit me up. Jeff, he's always home.
For sure. We'll probably pop back on after we hear the news or whatever goes on. So
I'll let you know when I wake up.
Yeah.
Go take a nap, Jeff. Please go take a nap right now.
So
right.
Yeah.
Salute my family. I see you guys. Hope I might be back a little later on, but maybe see the wife what she like to do again. I mean, I blocked outside all night.
Where you going?
Yeah.
With who?
See you guys.
Let's go. Thank you, Chris. And yes, every time I pop on, I would definitely shoot you the link too. For sure.
Awesome. I'll be ready.
For sure. Yes, sir.
Pop-Tarts.
Enjoy the festivities.
Yes, okay, here. Okay, now I told Jeff this the other day. My wife always asks me. She asked me, "Hey, your birthday's coming on." So yeah, I'm aware of that. So, what are you gonna cook for your birthday? Like, what the fuck? Why I cook for my birthday? You should be making me a dinner.
Yeah. Hey, do
Yeah,
you cook?
I said that yesterday. What are you making for the birthday dinner? It's my birthday. I ain't making shit.
I'm the tester. I'm the taster.
Yeah.
I'm the best cook in the house, so that's why. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later.
Hey, Chris, have a good day, man. Happy birthday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here too, Jason. I'm gonna go relax a little bit. I'm
No, for
exhausted.
sure. Yeah, we've talked about everything we could possibly say, and thank everybody. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Avocasi. Appreciate
Make sure
you
everybody
guys.
gets over to Jason's channel, please. Anybody that's on my channel, get over to Jason's, hit that sub, hit the notification. You'll probably see the two of us on a little bit more together too. So I like being on with you, man. It's calming. It's
Appreciate it. Thank you. Likewise.
Enjoyable.
Yeah, I usually don't start. Thank you. You too, brother. But yeah, I usually don't start by yelling until the fourth quarter of Raider games. But yeah.
Luckily, I'm not home during those. I'm at the bar with the club. So
yes,
the only
sir.
time I'm home to watch the Raiders is when it's on prime time or if it's a holiday game because the bar won't be open. So
Captain Jack.
I don't know, Tyler. I don't know if I'm going to come on tonight or not. We'll see. We'll see what happens tonight.
You know what that means when you say that, right?
That probably will be.
Something. Yeah, I was gonna say something's gonna happen now that you said that because that's we need that. Let's go. However it comes, let's bring it. Bring that energy. Yep.
All right, everybody, take care.
For sure.
Have a good day.
Thank you too, brother. Have a good Sunday. And then Captain Jack has a show tonight, 9 p.m. Don't miss it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. We talked about everything we could, guys. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys for being on. We're hoping for some news coming up, so we will see if I will pop back on. I will let you know. You will see me. I can show you better than I can tell you. So appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Have faith. We are moving in the right direction. So until we see the next move,